the Lakers, the Chargers, and the Anaheim Angels, as well as other news from around the world of sports. Available everywhere you get your podcasts and video available on YouTube. I keep saying that, but I haven't even made the Spotify or the Apple podcast page yet. So far, I've been lying every time that we've done the Power Hour, and I need to stop doing that. But I will continue to lie today. The show is available everywhere you get your podcast. Videos available on YouTube. This is the first hour of a 4-hour live show on Twitch and YouTube. So if you like this, you're going to love the full show. Tune in on Monday, Wednesday from 2 to 6 p.m. and Friday from 1 to 5 p.m. But guys, fellas, listen up. Big news. LeBron tribute stream when he announces his retirement. It's not happening, XT1. We've already done this. LeBron is playing in Los Angeles for the next 5 seasons. You can book it right here, right now. Okay? He's going to play until he's 47. Dude, I'm not going to, I know it's a lot of time from now, but LeBron might be the first 50-year-old basketball player to ever play in the NBA. I'm sitting on that one. Oreo with the sub with Prime. Are you serious right now? I didn't see it. It didn't pop up for me, Oreo, but I absolutely believe you. We're going to be going live tomorrow, actually. Yeah, I know. I know it's usually Monday, Wednesday, Friday is when I go live, but I'm going to be doing a nightly post-game show. There it is. Oreo the cat has officially subbed with Prime. I'll even give you one of these, Oreo. Oh! Hey! Oh! The Honda got domed. There you go, Oreo. Yes, sir. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody joining us on YouTube, on Twitch, and we'll be going on TikTok live in about 56 minutes here. But like I said, we will be going live every single day of the week except for Thursday. So I'm going to be doing a live NBA playoff postseason game here on TBWZ on YouTube and on Twitch and on TikTok. I'll be doing that every single night. Probably 9 p.m. Pacific time is when I'll go live. Odds are we'll be going live for about an hour and a half to 2 hours range, depending on what kind of calls I'm getting and how everything is flowing. Now, with this show right here, with you guys, my OGs, my loyals, my weenies, my biggest weenies, and everything in betweenies, I will this week, everything is normal. Everything is normal this week, 2 to 6, Monday and Wednesday, and then blah, blah, blah on Friday, 1 to 5. Next week, though, if things are going really, really well over the weekend with all the NBA postgame stuff and it's taxing on my ability to sleep, I'm going to be moving this show probably from like 1 p.m. to 3 and just do like a 3-hour show, or 1 to 4 and do a 3-hour show Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then have my NBA post-game show. But I will be very vocal with you guys in the Discord, so we were all on this together. I just had to wait until it ran out. I went to hit resub. It showed connect with dude. Craziness is happening right now in the chat. Absolutely love it. There's something in my throat. On today's show, we're going to be covering the NBA play-in predictions that I have. We're going to be doing a live bracket fill-out of my NBA postseason bracket. You guys can fill yours out. Join the TBWZ bracket challenge. Linked in our Discord. Winner gets $100 per use. We're going to be doing the MLB Clubhouse Leaders because it is MLB Monday. I have a bit on weddings, Doc Rivers getting fired, and much, much more. But of course, we start this show the same way every single day with today's verse of the day. Today's verse comes to you from Colossians chapter 2. My pastor, Erwin McManus, gave a great message, a sermon yesterday at church on this passage here. It's so good. If you want to watch that full YouTube video, it's on Mosaic, youtube.com/Mosaic. So this is verses 6 through 7. And hey, come on now. And now, just as you accepted Christ Jesus as your Lord, you must continue to follow him. Let your roots grow down into him, and let your lives be built on him. Then your faith will grow strong in the truth you were taught, and you will overflow with thankfulness. Yes, sir. Step into your true nature. In addition to the verse of the day, we also do the what? What do we do? Huh? We do the movie of the day. Today's movie of the day is Batman Begins. In Batman Begins, acclaimed director Christopher Nolan explores the origins of the legendary Dark Knight. In the wake of his parents' murders, disillusioned heir Bruce Wayne travels the world seeking the means to fight injustice and turn fear against those who prey on the fearful. With the help of his trusted butler, Alfred, Detective Jim Gordon, and his ally, Lucius Fox, Wayne returns to Gotham City and unleashes his alter ego, Batman, a masked crusader who uses strength, intellect, and an array of high-tech weaponry in his fight to fight the sinister forces that threaten the city. Batman begins. Baseball talk does extremely well, according to XD1 on the TikTok.com. Of course, we will continue to talk baseball. We do have a live game right now. Cal Raleigh is up to bat for the Seattle Mariners, who are up 5-0 on the Houston Astros. George Kirby is throwing a heck of a game. Cal Raleigh's 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles and 2 runs scored on the day so far. Shout out to my fantasy baseball team. We are now 2-0. What up? My soundboard is slightly delayed. It's making me so frustrated. We have all those amazing topics to cover today, including, like I said, all of the NBA playoff stuff that is just right around the corner. But we have to begin today with the biggest the biggest story in sports, which is the granddaddy of them all, not the Rose Bowl. It's the Masters. Good job. Great job to golf. Shout out to golf for having an unbelievable weekend. Like I said, it was at a wedding. We were locked in on the Masters pretty much the entire time. Entertained throughout. Thursday, Friday, Rory was just unstoppable. I believe after Friday, he had a 4 or 5 stroke lead on second place. What's up, Gliz? Rory finished Friday at -12. Ended the whole tournament at -12. And, of course, with the green jacket. First time since Tiger did it, I think in 2002. We had a back-to-back Masters champion in Rory McIlroy. He finds himself wearing another green jacket as he goes back-to-back at the Masters, solidifying himself right now as the world #1 in golf. He was 12 under after Friday's round and finished the tournament. Guys, I'm struggling. He finished the tournament at 12 under, playing even on the last 2 days of the tournament. That usually doesn't get you a win. Playing Saturday and Sunday even does not usually get you a win, but when you are 12 under through the first 2 days, it does for Rory. The course looked gorgeous this weekend. Shout out to the grounds crew. Shout out to everyone at Augusta National. The broadcast was sound. Jim Nantz was on fire. Everything at Augusta National was exactly what you wanted it to be this weekend. It rang in spring. There was no weather issues. The course played the way it was supposed to. We didn't see 16 and 17 unders. 12 is a great number for the Masters to be winning at. 12, 13, that is a happy, happy place to be as a golf fan. We had everything. We had drama down the stretch, which we didn't think we were going to get. We had choke jobs. We had clutch play. Haotong Lee in the bushes for 25 minutes. He had a, what is that? A +5 bogey? They don't even have a name for that. Quad bogey is like the one that I know of. It's like, okay, that's really, really bad. He on a par 5, he shot a 10. Haotong Lee. Ultimate choke job. Hilarious that he was playing with Scotty Scheffler, who had the exact opposite of a round. All the live guys took fat L's, including Bryson DeChambeau, who was a big favorite by a lot of people, and Bryson DeChambeau absolutely stunk. Shout out to Bryson for stinking at golf. Sergio Garcia destroyed his driver. This year, man, the Masters had a little bit of everything. It was exactly what you wanted a golf tournament to be. Shout out to golf. I love it, man. I really do. It's one of those sports, like a lot of people are like, hey, do you play golf? I'm like, no, I don't play golf. I look like a guy that plays golf, though. You know what I mean? I'm not sure what I'm doing there, but there are a few guys you pass by, you're like, that guy plays golf. When people see me, they're like, hey, that looks like a brother who plays golf. Oh, you do sports talk, you do some of that kind of stuff. You talk about the Masters, you watch the Masters, you must play golf. I don't at all. I don't have time for golf. If you have time for golf, you have a cool job. Or you just have a job that doesn't require you to slave away for 80 hours a week. Dick Vitale just said he has melanoma. Well, let's rewrite this entire show because Dick Vitale just announced that he has melanoma. Cancer of the skin. I had this cut on my nose that wasn't going away for a long time, but now it's starting to go away. And I thought, like, for a second there, I was like, what if it never goes away and it's cancer? I have skin cancer. I think the show would blow up. I had a vision one time when I was running. It was horrible. I was running, and there was like, when I was running on Fountain in LA, it was a very, very busy street. And the sidewalks were not very nice, so there's this one moment with all the cars parked and like a bunch of dog poop in the middle. I had to like jump into the street and kind of like weave around a car while I was doing it, and the cars were going very, very fast. I thought about it. If I tripped and fell into the street and like got my arm ran over and like lost my arm and was in a full body cast and was streaming live from the hospital, this show would blow the crap up. Maybe, no, I don't want it, but then I had the thought with my nose thing. I was like, if I do get cancer and I'm sick of cancer and I'm all bald and like hooked up to one of those like oxygen mask thingies and I'm sitting here trying to talk about sports, but I'm coughing the whole time because I'm a weak boy, brother, this show would blow the crap up. People would be like, hey, we got to support the cancer kid talking about sports. But luckily, thank the Lord, that is not the case right now. Hallelujah, ladies and gentlemen, we are cancer free this show so far. Riz for that. For me, the story of the golf weekend by far was Scottie Scheffler going to bed on Friday night, back 12 strokes on the lead, and finishing the Masters 1 stroke back on Rory at minus 11. He had a surefire birdie on 17 that was a centimeter away from falling, which would have essentially tied him with Rory for the lead and forced a playoff at the end. No one birdied 17 on the entire Sunday. Scottie would have been the only one. And he was literally centimeters away. I don't know how that ball did not fall into the cup. That would have been his 3rd birdie in a row down the stretch to tie Rory. Man, what is wrong with Scottie Scheffler this season? He's been so good on Sundays and Saturdays. On the weekend, he's been unbelievable. He's having these Thursday and Friday rounds. He's having these rounds on Thursday and Friday where it seems like he's just messing around. I'm convinced that him and his caddy were just like, hey, let's make it interesting this year because we win everything all the time. Let's have some fun. Thursday, Friday, they treat as like practice rounds. He's shooting the wrong club. They're trying new things out. They're not fully fleshing out his shot or the details on the shot. They're just like, you know what? We'll sandbag a little bit and then wait till the weekend and see how close we can get. He was 1 stroke off the lead. For me, I understand, like, we want to talk about how good Rory was this weekend, and shout out to Rory for playing great golf. For me, this weekend was about Scottie Scheffler completely choking the Masters. How do you start Thursday and Friday even? You were even through 2 days. Big fat E. Didn't even have a number. Then to finish minus 11. And have the day that you had on Sunday with those 3 birdies down the stretch, narrowly making it a 4th, narrowly forcing a playoff. Scottie, how are you not putting it together on Thursday and Friday? Because it's clear to me when I watch all of the guys play golf out there that Scottie is the best golfer that we have. He still is. I know Rory just won. I know Cam Young has been playing really, really, really good golf. Hatton's been playing good golf. There's been a lot of dudes who've been playing really well, better than Scottie. But no one in the world can be down 12 strokes going into Saturday and somehow, some way, finish 1 off the lead. Justin Rose, you also choked. Shout out to you. If Scottie can just put it all together and have decent rounds on Thursday and Friday, I don't think he would have lost a tournament this entire year. Like I said, Rory played amazing, amazing golf. But him winning a 2nd Masters in a row is not the story of the weekend. The story of the weekend is Scottie Scheffler completely choking. It should have been his. It was his green jacket to lose, man. He found a way to just do enough to get back into contention. But all I can think about is if you just shot a little bit better, slightly better, Thursday and Friday, you would have ran away with the green jacket. I'm excited to see where the rest of the golf season is and where it's going. I think Scheffler's won once on the season. Nothing major, though. At this point, I don't know if he's going to. At this point, I don't know if Scottie's going to put it all together because I haven't seen it this season. I've seen it all over the place. I've seen it last year. I've seen it the year before. Scottie's the best golfer in the world, but I did not see that in him. I don't see a true champion in Scottie Scheffler at the moment, although I still think he is the best in the world. Nickster, MSF, what up, brother? Live from Spain, checking in on the show as we jump in to my NBA play-in predictions. We have 2 games on Tuesday as the playoffs. Can we just give ourselves a round of applause real quick for battling out all the way through all 82 games of the NBA season? Yeah! Let me get a woo-hoo. Shout out to this NBA regular season. There's so many things to talk about with the regular season. A lot of people want to talk about how there's the first time in NBA history that 8 teams finished with 55-plus losses, as we had a legit race to the bottom. As much as there was a race to the top, there was also an equally intense race to the bottom. I don't want to focus on the negatives, though. I want to focus on the positives. This season's been awesome. We saw the Thunder become villains this year. We saw Wemby literally stake his claim and say, I'm the best to ever exist. I'm the best in the world right now. We saw the Spurs go from a 30-win team to an NBA title favorite. The Detroit Pistons, in my lifetime, have been nothing outside of 1 year where they beat the Lakers. Now they're looking at like the best team in the East as they finish with the 1 seed. Jason Tatum and the Celtics. Tatum wasn't supposed to be back at all this season. The Celtics were supposed to stink. And yet he's back and the Celtics are great. We had Luka Doncic, AR, and LeBron James cooking for the Lakers. LeBron being a third option was one of the best sights to ever see. Jokic averaging a triple-double this year. KD and his burner account completely ruining the rest of the Houston Rockets season. The Hornets coming out of nowhere. The Hawks looking like a good team. Anthony Edwards struggling with Minnesota, but still doing enough to get the 6th seed and avoid the play-in. The Suns are a surprise. Steph Curry and the Warriors absolutely stink. This regular season's been awesome, dude. It's also been very, very weird, and I don't expect it to stop anytime soon. Celtics are the 2 seed. They are. Even though the Pistons are not the best team in the East. I think it's the Cavs, Oreo, but we'll get to that later. And just had injuries. That's true. This has been one of the weirdest seasons. It's been one of the best seasons. I don't expect that to slow down as we go into the play-in games, as Pods did finally drop 30, and then that homie on Twitter finally got to tweet again. Shout out to that guy. On Tuesday, we have the Hornets playing the Heat in Miami, and then we have the Blazers playing the Suns in Phoenix on Tuesday to start the NBA play-in tournament. It's been, 4 years now of the NBA play-in tournament? I would say I'm excited for it right now. I am. I think this year we have probably the most parity that we've had in a long time in the play-in game. In all 4 play-in games, I think there's a slight chance that every single team can win. Even the Clippers, they're the only team that's below 500 that's in the play-in. They have Steph Curry on their team. Okay, Steph Curry can take over a game, and he could win 2 in a row and get the Warriors to the playoffs. It is entirely possible. But before we get to that, that is on Wednesday. What do you think about eating eggs after 11 and why Klay Thompson did? I don't know anything about eggs. I'm lost on eggs. As Julio Rodriguez drives a single into the 6-5 gap. Houston scored 2 runs in the top of the 5th, so now it's 2-5 Houston. Klay Thompson said some crazy things about Dallas. He said he went to Dallas to play with Luka Doncic. Klay Thompson played his last game as a Maverick. I will tell you that right now. Welcome to Los Angeles, Klay Thompson. You realize the Lakers next year are going to have LeBron, Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic, Klay Thompson, Bronny James, Luke Kennard, and then we're probably going to... You know what? I don't even want to say Austin Reeves. I think the Lakers should package Ayton and Austin Reeves for Jalen Duren. Let's see if the Pistons say yes to that. Or Victor Wembanyama. Do you think the Spurs will trade Victor Wembanyama to the Lakers just because? Because the league asks nicely? Adam Silver's like, hey, we need to get LeBron one more ring. Can the Spurs just give Victor Wembanyama to the... Someone's just banging around in the house. To the Lakers so they could win. We did that for LeBron. But let's talk about the 2 games that we have on Tuesday. I personally have the Hornets beating the Heat on Tuesday in the first game. The Hornets have been one of the hottest teams in basketball. Since the All-Star break, they've been one of the hottest teams in the league. They're 11-4 over their last 15 games. They have wins over Miami, Orlando, New York, Phoenix, and Minnesota. LaMelo Ball has been absolutely on fire. I think he's averaging 29 points per game in the last 4 games of the season. He's been firing away. And even if you take LaMelo away, double LaMelo, try it. See what happens. Brandon Miller has been a walking bucket. Colin Knippel is the rookie of the year. This team has guys that can absolutely score from anywhere on the floor. They're a tough out. Defensively, too, they've been sound. You think of a team like, You look at a team like the Hornets with LaMelo and Brandon Miller and Con Knipple, you're like, they can't play good defense. They do. I promise you this team does play good defense. They are fun to watch. They're also fundamentally sound. And the Heat, brother, the Heat are not a very good team. On paper, especially when I show you the Heat roster, you're like, that team is not good. Their best player is Norman Powell. And I don't want to discredit Norman Powell at all. He's had an awesome season. But your best player is Norman Powell. On paper, the Heat are a very, very, very mundane team. But they're still the Miami Heat. And the Heat way is still a very, very real thing. Randy Rosarina lines out. We have 2 outs now. I will never count out the Heat. I never will. I saw what they did 3 years ago to Milwaukee. When they beat Milwaukee and then they beat Boston to go to the finals. Bam did drop 83 this year too. I'm never going to count out the Heat because they have Eric Spoelstra, who's the best coach in the NBA. What they did in 2023, they went all the way to the finals with Jimmy Butler as their best player. They beat the best team in the league in the Celtics. They beat Giannis and the Bucks that year as an 8 seed. I will never, ever count Eric Spoelstra out in these games. I think that his mental aspect that he brings to this team is greater than any other team advantage in basketball right now. Maybe SGA. Jokic is the other one. Miami is also 3-1 this year against Charlotte. 3 of those games did come before the All-Star break, though. So they do play this team very well, but I don't think Miami has the firepower offensively to keep up with the Hornets. Being that it's a home game for the Charlotte Hornets takes it over the edge for me. Charlotte's going to be on fire, dude. That's a team that is hungry for a win. That's a team that's hungry for just any sort of playoffs at all. And they're getting it, dude. They're going to absolutely be fired up in Charlotte. It's a home crowd. It's going to be desperate for a playoff run. I think Charlotte, given the fact that they have that home field advantage, is going to do their thing on Tuesday and take down the Heat. The other game we have is the Blazers and the Suns. I currently have the Blazers beating the Suns. In the Suns' last 17 games, the last 17 games, that's a quarter of the season, basically. Exactly? 34, 40, 68. No. It's in between a quarter and a fifth. What would we call that? 2 sevenths? 2 seventh-round picks. In the last 17 games, they've beaten a team with a winning record twice. That was the Raptors at home, and that was the Thunder last night in the last game of the season with SGA, Chet, J-Dub, AJ Mitchell, Isaiah Joe, Alex Caruso. All of them were out. That was not a real Thunder team. The Suns have been a great surprise this season. They've been very, very surprising. They've been a lot to be proud of. Seattle just scored another run, 6-2. Did not know how that happened. They're just not very good. They have a lot to be proud of. Trust me. Phoenix was not a team that anyone was thinking was going to even be close to a play-in team, yet here we are. The last time this team won a road game against a playoff team, though, was January 17th against the Knicks. It was almost 3 months ago was the last time this team won a road game against a playoff team. I just don't think they're very good. They don't have anyone. This is going to sound crazy. I think the biggest difference maker in this game is going to be Donovan Clingan. He's averaging 20 and 13 against this team. I think he's going to dominate the boards. He's been a scoring machine for whatever reason against the Suns, and I think he's going to continue that. The Blazers have they're a legit basketball team. Ever since Chauncey Billups got popped for gambling with the mob, they've been awesome. Denny Adjeva, he's a legit all-star. Clingan's been awesome for them. Time Lord, he does his job. Jeremy Grant can still hoop. This team is good, bro. The Blazers this year, they have wins over Denver, OKC, the Clippers, the Lakers, Cleveland, Boston, Houston, San Antonio, Minnesota, and they've beaten Golden State 3 separate times. They have beaten pretty much every single playoff team from this season. And it's a team that just plays a great brand of basketball. I just love watching them play, dude. Portland's a good team. Every time the Lakers have played them, I'm like, they play a really, really strong competitive game. I think they care about each other. I think they think that they're better than we think. They believe in themselves. They do. I think they're a hungrier team than Phoenix. Phoenix is a team that's going to have a home crowd, right? But this is a team that's this is their 5th or 6th year in a row making the playoffs. and knowing that they don't have a team to actually get the whole thing done. Portland's the opposite. Portland is a team like, hey, we're getting Dame Lillard next season. We're getting Damian Lillard back next season. We have a lot of cap space. We have draft capital. This is a team that could be very, very interesting in the offseason. I think they're going to do enough to get a win on Tuesday night against the Suns. It's going to be crazy, dude. It's so gnarly, like grinding through an entire NBA season to get to this. Because you grind through an NFL season to get to the playoffs. It's like, yeah, I watched my team play 17 times, and now they're either in the playoffs or they're out of the playoffs. There's such a small amount of games in the NFL, such a small sample size, that you're pretty much locked in on all of them. It doesn't feel like a grind. It feels like a gift. The NBA season, 82 games, is a lot of games. It's an absolute grind. To watch and pay. I think I watched 78 of the Lakers' 82 games this year. And the 4 I didn't watch were all within the past week, essentially. It's been a grind, and yet we're finally here because meaningful basketball is along the way. You know, a lot of people talk about this idea that the NBA regular season doesn't matter. I'm always one who's like, hey, it does matter, right? It's really important. It's important for these guys in their contracts moving forward. It's important to them as an athlete for their accolades. It's important to the team, to the city, to revenue. The regular season is very, very important. And then the playoffs happen. And I realized, they weren't playing hard the entire time. I think I'm going to be proven wrong this year, though. I think I'm going to be proven wrong. There are a few teams that have played every single game hard. The Celtics have, the Pistons have, and the Spurs have. Those teams, night in and night out, have been consistent, whether they had their best player in or not. They've consistently given their best effort every single night. I can't say the same about the Thunder. Why? Because even though I see the Thunder winning every single game, they'll win a game by 10. They'll look decent the entire time. And then I see them beat the Lakers by 45, and I'm like, where was that the whole time? I'm excited to see every single team giving their all in the NBA postseason. The other games in the play-in are, of course, the Clippers and the Warriors and the Sixers and Orlando. We can be covering those a little bit more on Wednesday. If I run out of some time, I will be diving into those today. We also have Tony Casillas coming on the show in 15 big old minutes. Before we continue on with any of the play-in games, though, man, oh man, I think it's a great time for me to do my NBA playoff bracket. Yes, sir, the bracket challenge is BACK, back, take back with Zach style. I'm going to be filling this out live for you guys. I don't even care who this is going to be. According to my notes, I have this as the Blazers? I have the Blazers. No, I'm sorry. The Blazers would be playing this game. I have this game currently as the Clippers. Spoiler alert. I don't think the Clippers have enough firepower, though, to beat the Thunder. I'm going to have the Thunder moving on in this moment here. Nuggets, Timberwolves. Listen, a lot of people are saying, hey, this is the worst matchup that Denver could have gotten. No, it's not. The Timberwolves have not been very good this year. Anthony Edwards has been awesome. He's awesome every year. See, Oreo. Ultimately, though, I don't think that this Timberwolves team is very, very good. I think the Nuggets are a much better team. I think the Nuggets win this one rather easily. I think they win it in 5. And they'll move on to play the Spurs, of course. Here we go. Lakers, Rockets. Fellas, lock in with me real fast. All over my TV today. There's no chance for the Lakers. All over my TV. No one believes in the Lakers. All over Twitter. There's no shot. Luka Doncic is supposed to be back in town soon on Tuesday to be reevaluated by the team after spending time in Spain getting stem cell treatments. Austin Reeves is supposed to be out for the entire first round. Kevin Durant is playing as a vintage season this year. How come every single person that's talking about how bad the Lakers are going to be in the playoffs, right, and how Houston's going to sweep them, it's the same talking heads that have been telling me this entire season that Houston's not playing up to their potential. So which one is it? They're not a very good team in Houston, but they're good enough to beat LeBron James and this Lakers team and potentially Luka when he comes back. The Rockets are a team at preseason, before anything started, they had the Fred VanVleet injury, which really, really hurt their chances. In the middle of the season, too, they lost, oh man. They lost Steven Adams. There we go. Good job, Zach. Good job, Zach. We did it. They lost Steven Adams in the middle of the season, pretty much. But ultimately, this was a Rockets team that everyone was really liking. They were playing good basketball. Their offensive rebounding was insane. They've got length. They played good defense. Kevin Durant was a walking bucket for the entire season. This is a really good team. And then the All-Star break happened, and Katie's burner happened, and he got in trouble, basically, for calling Jabari Smith Jr. retarded. And every part of this team's chemistry completely crumbled. Completely crumbled. There was a play a few weeks ago where Şengün went after a rebound, got an elbow to the mouth, was bleeding from his mouth, mean mugging walking back to the bench, and not a single Rocket player said what up to him. They didn't care at all. This is a team with no chemistry, a team that doesn't care about each other, a team that just wants this season to end. There's not a guy in that locker room that believes that team is good enough to win. There's not a guy in that locker room that wants to be in Houston anymore in the present situation in which that team is built. The stuff with Katie's burner hurt this team badly. From a care and a body language and a perspective that this team doesn't have any chemistry. They don't care about each other. I think this team in Houston is just fighting for the end. Where you have a team on the opposite side of them in the Lakers, led by a 41-year-old LeBron James, who's driven to continue to let you know he's the best player to ever exist. They don't have Luka, and they don't have Austin Reeves. I know. They do have 2 games at home, though, against this Rockets team, and I think deep down they can split those 2 games. They can go back to Houston 1-1, and Luka's supposed to come back 3 or 4. If the Lakers are down 2-1, 3-1, and Luka Doncic comes back, I still believe in this Lakers team to beat the Rockets. If they go down 3-0, though, and Luka comes back for Game 4, I don't even know if they're bringing him back. This is a Lakers team that believes that they have a team that's good enough to win the finals when fully healthy. All they have to do is get past Houston, and they get fully healthy. I think this Lakers team has enough motivation to get this thing done, and I ultimately believe, as I went to a break, that the Lakers are going to beat the Houston Rockets. I had to. So I got chalk over in the West. In the East, I'm not a big fan of the Raptors. I think the Cavs are probably the best team in the East. I like them a lot. I'm going to take the Pistons in this one. I know on Wednesday I had the Pistons losing in this game. I think this was going to be to Charlotte. I just don't see Charlotte having the firepower to beat the Pistons. I do think that this series is going to go pretty long, though. I don't think it's going to be a quick series. I think it'll be a longer series than people think. I got the Celtics down here. And then this Knicks-Hawks game. The Hawks are one of the hottest teams in basketball right now. The Hawks are one of the best teams in basketball in the last 10 games of the season. In the last 2 months of the season, they've been one of the best teams there is. The Knicks and Hawks have some history, brother. We all remember Trae Young going into the Garden and having the games that he had, becoming a villain in New York very, very, very quickly. Hey, Trae Young's not there. This is a new Hawks team, dude. This is a Hawks team that shows up to the gym and just does their job. Jalen Johnson ain't here talking. Dyson Daniels, Jonathan Kuminga. This team's not in here just messing around. I don't think Atlanta's afraid of the Knicks. I'm not afraid of the Knicks either. I don't think the Knicks are a very, very good team. They haven't done a whole lot this year where I'm like, hey, that is the same Knicks team as last year. If anything, I think they're a worse team from last year. I don't think getting rid of Tibbs was the right move for this team, but they did, and it's going to come back to bite them. I think that this series, the Hawks are going to win this thing, and the Knicks are going to completely blow up and do everything they can to get Giannis Antetokounmpo in the summertime. And I think Karl-Anthony Towns plays his last game as a New York Knick in the playoffs. Now. I'm going to stick with the East right here. I like the Pistons a lot. I think they're a great team. I don't think they have enough scoring or offense to match up with the Cavaliers, who've been suspect from time to time throughout this season. They've been disappearing. They've also looked like the best team ever. I think the Cavs put it all together this season and do enough to beat the Pistons. I got the Cavs moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals, where they will be playing, of course, the Boston Celtics. In the West, man, oh man, I want to do it so bad. I want to do it so bad. Luka Doncic will be fully healthy for this. Austin Reeves will be fully healthy. But we've seen that team fully healthy against this Thunder team still doesn't have enough firepower. It sucks to suck, but I'm going to be taking the Thunder in this one against the Lakers. In this Nuggets and Spurs matchup, the only person I think on earth that can beat Victor Wembanyama is Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic is the only person that I think can beat Victor Wembanyama. I think this series goes 7. I think this one ends up being one of the most entertaining series that we've had in a long time. I think it goes 7. I think both crowds get fired up. Ultimately, Game 7 being in San Antonio, Victor Wembanyama is going to put the team on his back in this one if he can stay healthy. Man, if I didn't think Victor was going to stay healthy, I'd be taking the Nuggets here, but I do think he does enough to stay healthy, as I don't think he struggles too much in this series here. I think the Spurs get it done. And this right now are our conference finals. The Thunder and the Spurs chalk in the West, and the Cavs against the Celtics in the East. I'm not doing this because I'm a hater. I'm doing it because I'm a believer. Give me the Cavaliers against the Celtics. The Cavaliers are making it to the finals this season. Out of the West, I've been saying it all year. I don't think the Thunder have enough to get it done. I think they have... they played 23 extra games in the postseason last year. I don't think that they have the legs to go through a whole another one. I think the Spurs are fresh. I think the Spurs are hungry. I do think the Spurs have a good enough team to beat the Thunder. And so I'm going to have them going to the finals this year. Yes, sir. We are going to have San Antonio versus the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals, according to TBWZ. I hate to do this to you, Oreo. Good thing that he's gone. I do not have the Spurs winning the whole thing, though. I do think, ultimately, that this this is going to be so tough. I really want to take the Cavs, but how do they get past Victor? Oh, yeah. They have 2 7-footers on their team. They can absolutely get past Victor. The Cleveland Cavaliers are my 2026 NBA Finals champion. Woo-hoo! The tiebreaker, of course, how many points will the Finals MVP score in the 2026 playoffs? I believe, since the Cavs are going to be winning, that the NBA Finals MVP is going to be Donovan Mitchell. I believe he's going to average 29 points per game. He's going to play in 22 games. Let me do the math. That'll be 29 times 22. I have him scoring 638 points in the playoffs. Let's go down a little bit, though, to 625. And that's my bracket. It will not be changed. There is my winner, the Cleveland Cavaliers. We did it. Now, it's now your turn to go to the TBWZ Discord. It's linked in my Twitch. It's in my link tree. It should be in all of my bios everywhere. To find this bracket challenge, winner gets $100. Winner of this gets $100 straight to the dome. So shout out to you guys for joining. Whoever joins in, absolutely love you. Thank you for supporting the show. Tony Casillas is going to be joining in about 5 minutes here. So it's a great time for us to wrap up with some of our MLB storylines from week 3 in baseball. Jose Soriano continues to be the best pitcher in baseball as he leads the league in wins, strikeouts, and ERA. And the Angels get another series win to start the season. Hey, the Angels are playing some pretty good baseball. They're playing some pretty good baseball. They split their opening series with the Astros. They lost their series to Chicago. But since then, they have a series win over Seattle and then now a series win over the Braves and the Reds as well, as they just played the Reds. The Angels are looking good. I don't quite yet want to say what I usually would say at this point, where I believe and I have hope for a playoff run, because usually what happens is this exact thing. They look really good in the beginning of the season. April and May, they kind of taper off, and then June, something horrible happens. So we will see. But right now, Angels are playing good. Juan Soto, Jeremy Pena, George Springer, Christian Yelich, Nick Pivetta, Ryan Mountcastle, they all seem to be heading to the IL as early season injuries continue to mount around the league. The Braves, Dodgers, Nationals, and Astros. Those are the 4 teams that have scored 90-plus runs. Well, the Nationals scored 89, but I just wanted to throw them in there because I think it's hilarious that the Nationals are in the same breadth of conversation as the Dodgers and the Braves and the Astros. Nationals are playing good baseball right now. These teams stay hot through the weekend and continue to roll offensively, but pitching seems to be a big concern for Houston and Washington. Houston's a really weird team, man. They score a lot of runs, but their pitching has been terrible. The Braves, New York, and Seattle round out the top three in runs against, proving to have some dominant stuff from the bump early on in the season. The pitching for New York has obviously been awesome. The pitching in Seattle has been great. Their starters have been so solid, and they continue to play well today as George Kirby had a great game today. And the Braves, dude, don't sleep on the Braves. It's a great rotation. It's a really, really good offense. The Braves have been playing really good baseball. Houston has already given up 99 earned runs through 16 games. They have a 6.49 team ERA, and they've given up 6 runs today to Seattle. It's the bottom of the 6th inning, and Seattle's threatening with Julio Rodriguez up to bat and Cal Raleigh on first. Houston's pitching has been so horrible. The Phillies have been surprisingly garbage this season. They've played Texas, Washington, Colorado, San Francisco, and Arizona. They're currently 7-8. They're bottom 3 in run production, 20th in OPS, 20th in team ERA. They're tied for 3rd to last with the Rockies in opponent's batting average. The Phillies are not a good baseball team. As of right now, through the early part of the season, it's April 13th, the Phillies are not playing good baseball at all. They don't look good. They don't look like they're having fun. The pitchers are giving up a lot of runs. The team is not hitting well. They're striking out a lot. The Phillies do not look like the team that they were last year. If you remember correctly, that was the number 1 seed. They had a better regular season record than the Dodgers did last year. The Phillies were a great team last year. Nothing happened in the offseason where I was like, they're taking a huge step back. But when I watched them play, it looks like a team that's taken a massive step back. The city of Philadelphia is just in shambles right now. Joel Embiid has appendicitis. He's going to be missing the playoffs, it looks like. Jalen Hurts and all the drama there with the Eagles. The Phillies have started the season absolutely stinking. What's happened to Philadelphia? Do you remember like 3 years ago when every single one of their teams was in the conference finals? And now I'm looking at a city that's in disarray. We need to help Philly. We need to figure it out, but the Phillies absolutely stink to start the season. Paprika on that. Paprika. Now for our clubhouse leaders for pitching. Our leaders in earned runs. Jose Soriano is a .33 ERA. Michael Wacha, the Royals, with a .43 ERA. And Eduardo Rodriguez and Parker Messick have a .5 ERA. Everyone pitching really well. And our leaders with strikeouts, Jose Soriano with 31. Cam Schlittler with 30. Huge surprise of the year. Minnesota Twins, Taj Bradley. Having a bounce-back year. He's got 4 wins on the season and 29 Ks in those games. Shout out to Taj Bradley on the bounce-back year. Our leaders in walks are Gavin Williams with 14. Jacob Lopez and Luis Severino both have 13. And our save leaders, we have 4 guys tied at 5 to lead the league with David Bednar, Yohan Duran, Lucas Eserg, and Paul Sewald. Now for our big hitters. Our leaders in strikeouts this year, so we'll start with some negatives. Matt Wallner has 29, Nick Kurtz, Cal Raleigh, and Kyle Schwarber all have 24. Our leader in hits this season is Andy Pajes with 24. Chandler Simpson has 23. Brandon Nimmo has 22. Runs scored, Drake Baldwin and Zach Neto both have scored 15 times. As Josh Bell, Ben Rice, Bryce Terang, and James Wood all have scored 14 times. All 4 of those guys I just named having awesome seasons. Our stolen base leaders, Bobby Witt with 8. Nasim Nunez and Chandler Simpson both have 7. Our OPS leaders are Ben Rice with a 1.256. Yordan Alvarez with a 1.255. And Andy Pajes with a 1.811. Andy Pajes is having an unbelievable start to the season. Shout out to him. He might be the best hitter on the Dodgers this year. We'll see. And our home run leader, of course, is Jordan Walker of the St. Louis Cardinals. Yordan Alvarez, he has 7. Yordan Alvarez, Gunnar Henderson both have 6. And Gunnar Henderson, 4 of his last 6 home runs. 4 of his 6 home runs have come in the last 6 games. So he is playing hot to start the season. He has been unbelievable so far. The Orioles have been a pretty average team throughout the whole thing, but Gunnar Henderson is having an awesome start to his season. We're going to be getting Tony Casillas in just a moment here. But shout out to all of my teams. Shout out to the Angels for playing good baseball. And shout out to the USC Trojans. I'm just repping football. I miss college football bad. George Kirby continues to pitch. Top of the 7th. He's at 78 pitches so far, having a great game. And we'll see if he continues to play the way that he is and absolutely crushing right now against the Astros. But before we do any more baseball stuff, ladies and gentlemen, make it loud for my friend, Tony Casillas. Tony, how we doing, brother?
Hola, muy bien. ¿Cómo estás?
Did you learn Spanish this weekend?
Por favor, tequila, de las muertes, enchiladas, sí.
Yeah, see. I was at a wedding this weekend.
How was it?
It was okay. Being sober and single at a wedding is tough.
Oh yeah, brother. You should have just like drowned yourself in like the cheese dip or something.
Yeah,
buddy. That's the saddest thing you could do.
Yeah, it was like and it was with a crowd of people that. You know what I learned this weekend, Tony?
What?
I learned like firsthand what like white trash really looks like, in the best way possible. Like a lot of America is very, very white trash, but one of the guys in the wedding, he was awesome. Shout out to Danny. He was like, he liked drinking and dirt bikes and motor oil, and things like that, and living in Hemet. And he kept describing himself as white trash, and I was like, oh, dude, don't say that. And he's like, no, but I am, and I love it, and I rep it. And I'm like, all right. I just got like a front row experience to like what his life is like, and I'm like, man, people are crazy.
So how long into the wedding until you got sad that you were like sober and single? Like, were you like, I'm gonna hit on the bride's like grandma or something?
Well, the bride's mom is a close family friend.
Come here, old timer.
Actually, no. Come
here, old timer. Let me take it for a spin.
Come on over. No, I was in the wedding, so the rehearsal dinner and the rehearsal for the wedding was on Friday. Yeah. I'm not even joking. We were 2 hours early, so we had to like go to a restaurant to have lunch before the rehearsal because we couldn't get on the property yet. I got there, everyone already had beers. They had beers in their hands then. They had beers at the rehearsal. They had beers in their hands on the way to rehearsal dinner. They had beers in their hands at rehearsal dinner.
It's tough.
They all took to-go beers in the car on the way back. And then we got back, and then they partied till like midnight, 1 a.m. The day before the wedding. And then,
are you a NA guy?
No. I don't do non-alcoholic drinks.
Okay. I do liquid death and NA. Okay, I'll have like one or two NAs if it's getting a little rough. I'll be like, give me a beer that does nothing to my body.
Yeah, give me a placebo effect. Hurry.
Give me a placebo. Yeah. That'd be funny if you're a guy. It works though. Like you drink a couple NAs and you still like beat your wife. You're like, the meatloaf's cold, honey. You're not even drunk. I just want to feel something again, bitch.
Yeah. You realize it wasn't the booze the entire time.
Yeah,
it was actually just you really hated her.
Do you want to hear a funny wedding story?
Yeah, please.
So this was when I was. This was like last year. One of my best friends, Parker, got married, and he got married into like a well-to-do family, and he had like told me like stories that his new father-in-law, like he liked him, but like didn't approve that he was like pursuing stand-up, right?
Okay.
And so at the wedding, it was like an open bar. Like I said, it was a nice wedding, expensive. And I went to go get like a shot, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't do shots." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then my buddy Jimmy just goes, "Yeah, just order whiskey on the rocks then."
Yeah.
So I'm instead of drinking one shot, I'm just drinking doubles every time. Just
yeah.
You know. So I'm hammered. It's like 1 o'clock. I'm hammered. My tie's loose. Fucking, I just got done off the dance floor. I thought I danced great. I saw the footage. It didn't look great. So my buddy's father-in-law and mother-in-law are leaving, and the mother-in-law shakes my hand. She goes, "Thank you so much for being a part of the wedding." I go, "I love Parker." And then I looked at the father-in-law, and I go, "I know you think he's just a clown." I go, "But I lived with that guy for 3 years. We lived through COVID, and I wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for him. He's a good human. He's a great soul. And man, you just gotta give him a shot."
You're hammered, slurring your words?
Hammered. You just gotta give him a freaking shot.
Yeah.
And then the next day, they paid for our hotel. We stayed at the hotel. I'm driving back home, and Parker calls me, and he goes, "Hey, man, what did you say to my father-in-law?" And I go, "Why is he?" I go, "I don't know. Why is he mad?" And he goes, "No, man. He just said, he came up to me this morning, and he just goes, 'You know that Tony kid?' And he goes, 'Yeah.' And he goes, 'I like him.' And he said some nice things about you." And I was like, so apparently it was cool. But I could have ruined it for Parker. It could have been hell.
So easily. Yeah, I always think, the best man speech and like the maid of honor speech, It's always such a fine line of like making fun of the groom or the bride and having like a good joke here or there.
Yeah.
Those can go really south very, very, very quickly. Speeches are a lot of responsibility.
Yeah, you got to keep it light, keep it fun. You got to keep it like if the edge is like, oh, I knew that,
Yeah.
They've been hooking up before marriage. Keep it like, yeah. And then the dad's like, gosh darn it. And you're like,
Yeah.
you stinker.
You have to. All right, the best man for this one is my buddy Tanner, who calls in all the time. He's the homie. He was like, I'm not going to drink before the wedding. And I was like, yeah, you definitely shouldn't. Like, you're giving a pretty big speech. Like, don't. He's like, yeah, no, of course not. He woke me up at 7:45 in the morning. Wake up, pussies! And he had 2 beers he had a beer in each hand. And I was like, brother, what? Yeah. And then before, like, we had dinner and it took forever to have the dinner, and like so a bunch of time went by, and then finally someone's like, cling, 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 we're now going to start the speeches. And I look at him, he's like, oh, dude, my phone is dead. And his phone was written on his speech. So he had to like sprint to the back, charge his phone, like milk it for as much as he possibly could, and then like come back and deliver his speech. They did well though. It was a good time. But yeah, being sober and single at a wedding is tough. I start to think about my own wedding.
I'll tell you one more wedding story. This because I used to do photography in Dallas, and I shot a lot of weddings. And I realized like the more expensive and more intricate the wedding is, usually it doesn't last that long. Dude, we were doing this wedding at like a golf course in Dallas. I'm thinking, man, the under. Like the cheapest, I think it was $4 million, but it was probably more like $8-9 million because they were paying me just as the photographer. They were paying me like $6,000 day of, right?
Whoa, for the whole wedding?
Whole wedding. It was like nice, each party was arriving in like limousines, like these like very nice limousines, these Hummer limousines, blah blah blah. It was everything to the 9.
It was all white people, right?
No. It was a mixed couple.
Oh, okay.
It's Dallas, brother. We've grown.
Back away from the.
Yeah, we've grown. We have a lot of. Okay, so I did shoot the wedding. It was interesting because the bride, she was this like dancer, she's a gorgeous girl, and then so I'm shooting the bride, her party. It's great, blah blah blah. And then I go to the groom, and it's like the dorkiest dude I've ever met. He's kind of a schlub. Just what pictures are we doing? And all his friends are like, fuck it. Afterwards, can we just play like Call of Duty or something? Like before the wedding, I was like, all right. They didn't seem excited at all. No one's drinking.
Yeah.
But shoot the wedding, everything's great. And then me and my buddy Spencer, he was doing the videography. We set up in this room like, oh, come give a video message to the bride and groom. So we go up to the bride's father and we're like, come on in. And he's hammered. It's just like this maybe 5'4" Jack Black dude. Like, do you want to send a message to the bride and groom? And he goes, oh, do I? And he goes in front of the camera and he just goes, baby, I love you, but that guy he sucks, baby. The guy is just not for you. He's just boring. He's like, you're like a beam of light.
No way.
And he goes, you're a beam of light and he's a tunnel. And I go, this guy's a poet. This guy's a poet. And so he finishes his little speech. My buddy Spencer goes, that was great, but how about on this take we just do something quick, like good luck out there.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He goes, congrats, you two. We fucking don't have sex too much tonight. And then we're like, that's the take. So he leaves.
Wow.
And I go, hey man, that was crazy. And he goes, yeah man, I just don't think it's gonna last. The dad of the bride said that to me, and I was like, oh wow. And so I get an email like a week and a half later. She's like, hey. I was like, hey, I'm almost done with your picture. Should be done in the next few days. And she goes, oh, no. Like, if you just want to send me the pictures of me and my family, you can, because me and my husband broke it off. And I was just like, whoa.
Dude.
Bro, $4 million just down the drain.
You said it was like a week?
My check's still cleared, so I don't give a shit. I checked at the bank account and I went, ka-ching.
Dude, yeah.
But yeah, it was like a week and a half later.
To $6,000.
Yeah, a week and a half. They got back from their honeymoon and.
Oh dude, I can't even imagine how horrible that like 10-hour flight back from like southern Italy was. It had to have happened. Something had to have happened over there where like she had all of the realizations. They're in Italy and she's like, all right, let's go and like hang out and go see the Leaning Tower of Pisa. We're in Rome. Let's go get some dinner. And he's like, I want to just play Call of Duty. And she's like, oh, I married a loser.
Yeah. She's like, oh my God, there's this awesome like Italian place where they like hand make the pasta for you.
Yeah.
And it's on the sunset. And then Tony Soprano comes out and he gives a speech and it's beautiful. And she's like, I've already seen Sopranos. I'm trying to get my AK-47 to gold right now. I'm actually trying to get my AK-47 to gold. So how about you get the pasta? Maybe bring me some back because I do need a carb load because I am trying to get my AK-47 to gold.
Yeah, I forgot all my gamer fuel at home, so I need a carb load. I forgot my pre-workout. Dude, that's so sad. You said it right though. It's like I feel like if you could tell by the hors d'oeuvres how long the wedding is gonna last. If they have like meatballs and charcuterie, you're like they're gonna be together forever. If there's any sort of caviar at the wedding, it's either the second wedding already or divorce is imminent. If you're having caviar on the menu, dude, it's funny too, Tony. And you and I are both kind of like cut from a similar cloth. Yeah. I used to never like think about like my own wedding, and I'm like, kind of like how my buddy was this weekend. He's like, yeah, whatever she wants, like blah blah blah, I don't care. And then today, like this weekend, now I'm getting a little bit older, and I'm at this wedding, and I'm like, well, I would do this different, and I want these kind of lights, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like dreaming about my wedding right now.
My thing, I've realized though, I think just shooting so many weddings. Yeah. I'm going to be the guy where it's like, hey, it's going to be a Vegas wedding. We're going to get married by Elvis. Mm-hmm. I'm going to invite my friends. If you can make it cool. If you can't, also fair. This is just, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then just throw like a party, like rent like a, throw like a little party, put the money into a party, but nothing crazy. Like the idea to go bankrupt for a wedding is crazy. I would rather just use that money, go to Vegas, have a weekend, and then go from there to our honeymoon. On a nice vacation. Because the idea is they don't have fun, man. Like the whole time at my buddy's wedding, again, a nice wedding, but he's like, are you okay? Is this okay? You know, everybody's like, it's not about the ceremony. And then there's family judging. And it's like, hey, I don't need my like racist aunt to be at my wedding. You know what I mean? I don't need like a cousin that I talked to once who always just sucks to be at my wedding. Like, I'm not gonna go bankrupt for that. And they're like, yeah, but the gifts. I'm like, oh wow, I can't buy myself an air fryer. I can buy myself an air fryer.
Dude, that one of the best parts about the wedding though is like seeing the people that are like well put together and the friends from college, and then there's the high school friends, and those are some work friends. There's his boss over there. Oh, dude, there's his cousin that's been to 7 Eminem concerts in the past like 9 years. It's like the biggest Eminem like fan in the world. He runs a Facebook fan page. Like,
can I ask you real quick? What does he look like?
Oh, this guy? He had a goatee. he had a goatee, jet black hair, slicked back.
Fat,
he was
skinny?
wearing. He was right in the middle.
Okay.
He was like round face, tiny legs, never lifted a weight in his life. Black polo, black hat, fat words Eminem. And underneath like subtext it said Marshall Mathers tour like 2009.
Love
and
him.
then he was wearing a silver chain as well, and a G-Shock watch. I'm like,
what was this guy's first name?
Keaton.
I love this guy. Can you get me his phone number? I would like to chat with him.
Dude, it's so you're just like, hey, here's my entire family. I know I've known you my whole life and we've been high school buddies, but here's the entire side of my family that I've hidden from you my entire life.
Yeah.
Want to meet them at my wedding on the most important day of my life? You're like, yes, dude, please.
Dude, it was fun. When my cousin got married, she got married to this great guy, but his family is very religious. And my family, we're like religious, but we're not like very, they're like, like dressed up women, aren't showing a lot of skin, like Baptist, like crazy. And it was funny when we went to Kansas to that wedding, where it's like on our side of the family, it's like Hispanics. My Uncle John used to do acid and go rollerblading in the 80s in Austin. And then on his side, it's just like...
What side is Uncle John on? Mom or dad?
Uncle John's on our side.
It'd be funny if like he's not on any side. He just kind of showed up one day and never left.
Yeah, he never left. But it was funny because it was like you could see the girls like giggling, like, "Oh my god, they're gonna have sex for the first time!" Like it was crazy. On the religious side, you're like, oh wow, this is a thing for them. That is nice though when it's like that, when it's like a blend of like two different families where you're like, oh, this is kind of cool that these two universes are colliding and now we're
Yeah.
kind of bonded. So that is kind of the cool aspect of it.
Dude, it's awesome. I personally love when the families are complete opposites and they're like, well, we're never hanging out all together ever again. This is it.
Also, before we head
yeah.
out, did you watch the Masters last night?
Of course I watched the Masters, yes.
Amazing. Rory's amazing.
Unbelievable. Rory was awesome. Scotty Scheffler, though.
Scotty is awesome, too. He's going to... He hasn't won yet, right?
I forgot to turn on the movie. I just turned it on. This
Scotty
season, he's won like a small tournament this season.
No, he hasn't won the Masters yet, has he?
He has. He's won it twice, actually, I believe.
Okay. I did. But I'm just now kind of getting into because that Full Swing dog has gotten me kind of into golfing.
Come on now.
But Rory was great. The 18 hole when he kind of like shanked that shot, and you're like, oh man, this might go to a shootout. Can I tell you a real thought that popped in my head, and I don't know why, and I don't know, but there was a shot of him looking at the ball, looking at the hole, deciding what he's gonna do, and there's like a crowd around him, and I was like. I got scared. I thought like Tiger was gonna like drive through the crowd and like somehow cause an accident. Cause he's like, "Fuck you! I gotta see this shot." Dude, like a real thought came to my head that like the news would be like the Masters has to be postponed because Tiger, killed 14 people in the crowd just driving through. He was on his way. He was on his way to Trader Joe. I thought I know the shortcut through the 18th hole.
Breaking news: Tiger Woods kills 14 in Vicodin fueled rampage at Augusta National.
Also, I'm gonna do this joke. I can put it online. People seem to like it.
By the way, that hat rules, dude. That hat is so sick.
Oh, thank you. But I gotta do this joke. People seem to like it, but it's you know how when you shoot like a paper into a trash can, you yell Kobe.
Yeah.
I think we should normalize right before you get in a car accident, you yell, Tiger! Like, as you're getting in the car, Tiger! Or like, yeah.
Here we go! Buckle up! Tiger time! Yeah, we're gonna have a fun weekend of tigering around. Oh yeah, are you guys gonna... Are you guys like Ubering to the bar? Nah, I'm just gonna Tiger.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna Tiger. Probably gonna roll my car over and Tiger.
Yeah, I love that, dude. Yeah, we're not calling it like drinking and driving. We're calling it just tigering. Yeah. Tony Casillas, you're the absolute man.
Anytime my doctor gives me medicine, I'm like, yeah, just give me Tiger.
Yeah, whatever you gave Tiger, I'll have that.
Give me the Tiger.
He was taking 40 milligram oxycodone. Yeah, I'll take it. What?
He's a champion. Let me live like a champion.
He's a champion. He's a drug addict. He's bad at driving. Tony Casillas, you're the absolute man. It's
That's
comedian
his Asian
Tony.
half. Come on. That's his Asian half. Come on. The sports side is his black half. The driving half is his Asian half.
Yeah, he got his driving from his mom.
I'm Tony. Check me out, comedian Tony C. Also, I'm starting a solo pod. I'm moving into my buddy's house. We built a podcast studio out. I'm starting a solo pod called Tony Talks Too Much. It's gonna be me just ranting about crazy stuff. Wow. And check that out when it's
Are you going to be recording it, or are you doing any sort of live streaming content?
It's going to just be a single cam, just me in front of the camera. My buddy Anthony, who's he's a bartender here at the Mothership. He's a very funny guy. I love riffing with him. And he's going to be my little producer, and we're just going to riff and have a good time, talk about crazy stuff that's happening in the world. So
I absolutely love it.
Next month.
Next month, we're going to be tuning into that, of course, and following along with that epic journey. Tony Casillas, thank you for joining us. We'll see you again on Wednesday, brother.
Love you, Zachy. Have a good day.
Love you too, dog. Peace.
Bye.
That's Tony Casillas. This has been the Power Hour on TBWZ. Thank you guys for watching. See you on Wednesday. We're going to be continuing the show in about 5 minutes. I'll be going live on TikTok, so I'm going to hit the 5-minute break, and I will see you guys on the other side. Brick Jock, tell Tony I said thanks for loaning me that Bugatti. I'm so sorry, Brick Jock, but shout out to you for being in the chat. Oops, I missed this. Brick, you are the man. Thank you guys so much for the first hour of the show. Hours 2, 3, and 4 are going to be action-packed as well. We're going live on TikTok in about 5 minutes. I will see you guys right then. Love you. The blood game. Like Jordan had the flu game, which makes sense because you can like play with a flu, but you can't play bloody. In any sport, you can't be bleeding. You can't have an active bleed, but you can live stream bleeding. There's nothing stopping you from bleeding on a live stream. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I don't know if I ever will bleed again on the show. Like I can't think of a scenario in which I would ever be bleeding ever again. Like having an active bleed during the show. I don't think I've ever seen a show with the host having an active bleed. But you've seen it here. You've seen it here. I was thinking about going to the movies today to see The Running Man. I don't know if I'm going to go anymore. It's just like a rainy day in LA, you know what I mean? When it's a rainy day, I like to sit inside, I like to drink hot cocoa. I like to think about my life. But right now, it's important for us, as we do on every single show, around this 3 p.m. hour. It was the first ever podcast, live stream, radio show ever recorded with a bleeding host. Let's call the Guinness Book of World Records. Let's call the Guinness Book of World Records and see if we can get that in the record book. Apply. It'll be record breaker. Application process. Just too much. Just give me a phone number. Get in touch. I don't have an application. Is anybody able to find? If anyone's able to find a, yeah, we'll do one song. I want to contact Guinness Book of World Records about general inquiries. I need a phone number. I need to call them. Registered in... Oh, they're in the UK. There's no way they're still in office. Chiefs lose to Broncos. Lil C, you think so? No, Lil C. Guinness Book of World Records. All right. Hey, okay. Zach, Vuj, take back with Zach at gmail.com. Phone number 213-352 5216. Country Algeria. Be sick. I think I could be the biggest in. Hey, my name is Zach, and I am the host of the radio show Take Back with Zach. On Monday, I did an entire show while actively bleeding from my mouth. Parentheses. Don't ask. LOL. I believe that I am the first live streamer / podcaster to ever be bleeding, parentheses, from mouth, parentheses, non-menstruationally. Menstruationably? No. How do I put this? Not from a period. Podcast should ever be bleeding not from menstruation. Non-menstrual category. There it is. We never did hear back from the Guinness Book of World Records on that, but I will not give up. I believe that I am the longest active. I have the record for the longest time live streaming while actively bleeding, which was a 4-hour show in which I was bleeding the entire show. From my mouth, too. And it wasn't, like I said, it was the non-menstrual category. It was an active bleed from my lips. Sugo is in the chat. What up, dog? Let's go live on TikTok right now. As you guys remember, or maybe don't, I went live and, let's see. TBWZ, widescreen radio, sports talk. Yeah. All this looks good. Go live. I have a new setup on TikTok, so I'm not going to be like looking at my phone over here. We're all sharing the same camera, so it's very nice. But what they are seeing on their live is my play-in bracket. My play-in bracket, which looks a little bit like this. I'll show you guys in just one moment here. But they are joining in. Jared is in here. West is in here. What up, fellas? What up, one? What up, all? Let me organize this a little bit for you guys. I don't really care about them seeing it. Actually, I'm not sure how to do that. We're just going to lock it away. We're going to get rid of it. Pete Prods is in here liking up the live. Yes, sir. Pete Prods. On the screen, I have my play-in prediction. I've got the Clippers over the Warriors in that 9-10 matchup. That's going to be a Wednesday game. The Tuesday games are the Hornets and the Heat. I have the Hornets advancing past the Heat and the Heat getting eliminated. I have the Trailblazers beating the Suns, and we're already getting a caller. OMG. Let's take this call. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Joe, and I'm calling from Cleveland.
My guy Joe from Cleveland is back on the mic. Real quick, Joe, before you keep going, P. Prods or Dud, are you in here? Can you let me know if you can hear Joe from Cleveland? Joe, how you doing today, bro?
Good.
What were you up to this weekend? Anything crazy?
No.
Okay, well, why not?
I don't know.
Did you just kick it and chill hard? Was it hot outside? Was it nice? Was it cold?
Yeah, I was chilling.
Was it a nice weekend in Cleveland weather-wise?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you watch basketball or did you watch the Masters?
Basketball.
You are the absolute man. Joe from Cleveland. Did you know that I am doing a bracket challenge in my Discord? We're doing a bracket challenge. Winner gets $100 for the NBA playoffs. So please join the Discord and fill that out, Joe. But in the meantime, brother, you're calling into the show. What did you want to talk about today?
I want to talk about the Cavs playoffs.
Dude, you're going to find this crazy. I just did my whole NBA playoff predictions. I did the whole bracket. I have the Cavs winning the entire thing.
Yeah, so a lot of people are weirded out about our team because they think James Harden falls asleep in the playoffs. But I don't think that's the case this year.
You think the Cavs are able to put it all together this year? And what's the reasoning behind it?
We probably might have the top 5 best front court in the league. And I think Evan Mobley and Jared Allen can make something happen, especially the way Harden played with them. Throws them lobs, plays off ball.
He does. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I like the backcourt a lot, obviously. I think Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are the difference maker in this. When you have 2 7-footers that can also defend the rim and get lobs like they can from James Harden, I think that team is going to be a dangerous out. And their path, too. I think they've got a good first-round matchup. And then I think, obviously, they're going to be matched up against the Pistons in round 2. And I like them getting past the Pistons, for me personally, because I don't know if the Pistons can hang with them offensively.
I don't know if Cade might get injured the way he's been doing it. I mean, it's not his fault that he had a collapsed lung, but I just don't believe in him.
You just don't believe in Cade Cunningham?
Yeah, not that much. Well, I believe in him in the regular season, but nah. How many times has he been in the playoffs? Second time in the playoffs. He's going to get a lot of pressure because of the 1 seed. I don't think he makes it.
I mean, they were a game away from beating New York last year. I think they're a better team than they were last year. But for me, it's more just like I don't know if the Pistons have the offensive firepower to keep up with the other teams in the East.
Yeah, but their defense is insane. That's their strength, defense.
The Cavaliers defense?
No, the Pistons.
Oh, yeah, definitely the Pistons defense is their strength. I'm with you there. They play a very physical defense too. So it's as much taxing on the other team as it is taxing on them. It's a great defense. In the postseason, though, it's a different animal, as I think a lot of teams are going to step up to them physically.
Yeah.
Yes, Brother Joe, like I said, on our Discord, we're doing our own NBA bracket challenge. Winner of the bracket gets $100 Venmoed to them from me. So join the bracket challenge, join our Discord, fill yours out, Joe, for a chance to compete. Brother, thank you so much for calling in the show. We'll talk to you again soon, okay, Joe?
All right, bye.
Peace. Young Vaughn is in here. Dud is in here. Josiah is in here. Why is everyone on the 76ers like a lot of people are? I know. Bryson is in here too. FaZe God, give me 2 minutes. Call back at 3:20. Call back in 2 minutes at 3:20. Dud says something. Yeah, sadly, the Celtics are coming out of the East with too much depth, dude. They have so much depth. We saw that Celtics team beat the Orlando Magic last night. What? Young Vaughn said, can LeBron win this series for the Lakers? Young Vaughn, I'm a Lakers fan, brother. So if you like Lakers content, hit that follow button if you want to be along for the ride. I do. I think LeBron and the Lakers can beat the Rockets. It's It's less about the Lakers. It's more about how badly the Rockets want this season to be over. That's a follow right there. Young Vaughn with the follow. Boom! When you press follow, you get that fa sound effect. Call back at... There's another one. Dud with the follow. Big time. I think it's less about the Lakers. I think it's more about the Rockets. That's a team with bad chemistry that does not want to be together anymore. Ever since KD's burner came out and he called Jabari Smith Jr. the R word, that team has absolutely fallen apart and been in complete shambles. Gad is in here. Where you got the C's? In Boston, brother. Go to the top. Portland is getting cooked. No way they beat the Clippers. Delusional. Why not, dude? Why not? You don't believe in Portland? Portland is beaten. Ready? Denver, OKC, the Clippers, the Lakers, Cleveland, Boston, Houston, San Antonio, Minnesota, and Golden State. They've beaten every single playoff team this year, except for Detroit. That's a team that can beat anybody, dude. That is a team that can beat anybody. We're going to call right now. We're going to take this call, then I'm going to get back to the chat. If you want to call in, the number's at the top of the screen. Bryson, my brother, what is up, dog? How you doing?
Good.
You are calling into the show. What is happening? Sorry, I just went crazy right now with the sound effects. Bryson, how are you doing, bro? You're coming from Memphis.
Yes.
You are. You're calling into the show today. Your team has been eliminated from the playoffs. So sorry. But the NBA season officially starts tomorrow. How are you feeling about the playoffs, dog?
I'm feeling pretty good. Don't like the fact that y'all keep on hating on Detroit. I've been high on Detroit all year. Injuries. What can I say?
Some guy in the TikTok right now, go to the top. It's like, yeah, every single player was injured. I'm like, oh yeah, every single player on the teams that Portland beat were injured. I'm getting in a fight right now with people on TikTok, Bryson. But I don't know why other people are hating on the Pistons. The reason that I am, I don't know if they have the offensive firepower to get this thing done. Listen, defensively, they're going to be unbelievable. They're going to slow a lot of teams down. I don't know if they can hang around offensively once they get to the Cavs, though.
Defense wins championships.
Defense does win championships. There's not a whole lot I can argue there. How much are they going to hold the Cavs down to? Are they going to hold them to what, 100 points a night?
110 a night, and I promise you they can keep up with them on offense.
110 a night?
I mean, okay.
If the Cavs put up 120 points, I think they win the game.
Yes, agreeable. Yes, but I just feel like since they've traded away Darius Garland, which was really like their biggest scorer, James Harden can't fill in that role. Yes, James Harden's a veteran, been in the playoffs multiple times, almost been to a championship. I think he was in a championship. I was thinking about the Rockets.
No, he's never been to the finals before.
He has never been to the finals? Okay, good.
No.
So he's never been to the finals, but he has playoff experience. He was on a great Houston team, 11 years ago? Yeah, 11 years ago. But, hey, And he was also in the playoffs with the Clippers. And, yeah, he has a lot of playoff experience, and that's what the Cavs need. But they got rid of Darius Garland, which is, like, their biggest, like, scorer besides Emob. And I don't think Emob's keeping all that I mean, yeah, he has. But, I mean, with James Harden, Evan Mobley, I just feel like they can easily shut down James Harden. Evan Mobley, I don't know who's going to guard him, but I feel like they can shut down Evan Mobley. And then there goes their two biggest scorers. And
yeah.
they can take over on offense.
We're kind of talking about the Pistons and the Cavs, which would be a second-round matchup. The Pistons are going to have to get through Charlotte, in my opinion, in the first round. Like, that's not going to be an easy out either.
Guard LaMelo Ball. There goes their scorer.
Okay, you take out LaMelo Ball. They still have Brandon Miller. They still have Con Knippel. They still have Colin Sexton. They've got a bunch of guys on that squad that can score.
Yes. Respectively, Colin Knippel. I don't ever like hearing yeah, he's been great. He's named after a body part. Anybody named after a body part is a very he's good. And I would say he was great in college. I'll tell you that. He's great in college. I think he's stooped off a little bit now that he's got an NBA, but he is still a really good player, yes, but I feel like LaMelo Ball is the reason the Charlotte Hornets are good.
They are. I mean, they've been playing really well. I think it's a collection of the entire squad has just been playing good basketball, and they play loose. They're going to have a home game on Tuesday. Tomorrow they're going to have a home game. So, man, I think Charlotte's a good team. I think they're going to match up decently well once they do play the Pistons. I don't think it's going to be a sweep. I think it will go at least 6, in my opinion.
I have it going 7.
Oh, you have Pistons Hornets going 7 in round 1.
Yeah, I have Hornets taking first game, Detroit taking second, Detroit taking third, Hornets taking fourth, Detroit taking fifth, Hornets taking sixth, Detroit taking 7th.
Dude, that's going to be an unbelievable series. I am so stoked for it. Bryson, like I said, we're doing an NBA bracket challenge. Winner gets $100. So please sign up for that and fill out your bracket. Link in the bio and all that stuff.
Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. Bryson, thanks for calling in. We'll talk to you again soon, okay, bro? OMG, Sean with the follow. Thank you, Sean. You are the absolute man. Sean said, sorry, off topic, but how do you feel about the Knicks now that they have Atlanta? And another follow from Gabriel, another one from Blake Dubray. Unbelievable. Guys, right above my head on TikTok, and Sugo is just unbelievable in here. Not hearing any of the con disrespect. Bradley Mueller, thank you for the follow as well. Just trying to be different, linking the Blazers? What's linking mean, Cooper D'Amico? Sonny, thank you for the follow. Here's a list of the teams that the Blazers have beat. Bentley, another follow. The Blazers have beat this season Denver, OKC, the Clippers, the Lakers, Cleveland, Boston, Houston, San Antonio, Minnesota, and Golden State 3 times. They've beaten every single playoff team except for Detroit this season. Danny Edgeva is a legit all-star. Klingon has been awesome for them. Time Lord's been doing his job. Jeremy Grant can still absolutely hoop. I really like this Blazers team. Here's the Suns in the last 17 games for all the Suns people out there. C-Bands is one of these people. Suns have beat all those teams. Name all of them. Yeah, find that for me. Here's them in the last 17 games. Teams that they've beaten with a winning record. 2. The Raptors at home and the Thunder last night without SGA, Chet, J-Dub, AJ Mitchell, Isaiah Joe, and Alex Caruso. The Suns have beaten 2 teams with a winning record in the past 17 games. The last time the Suns won a road game against a playoff team was January 17th against the Knicks. The Suns are not very good at basketball. They beat the bad teams and they lose to the good teams. Portland can lose to anybody, but they also can beat anybody. Portland's a much better basketball team. I also don't think the Suns have a legit answer for Donovan Klingon. The Suns are going to win, trust. Justice is in here, what up? Bro, they have me working on all your stream days. JD, I'm sorry about that. They're jerks. J-Fon, the regular season, by the way. So we're just, okay. So I can't use any points from the regular season according to J-Fon. Thank you, brother. Bro, just pick both 9 seeds. At least make it realistic. You're right. I'm sorry. I should just take chalk. I should only take chalk. 7 and 8's only for me. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Awesome.
What's your name, dog?
Barry, I've been called like a couple weeks ago.
You said it's Barry, right?
Mhm. I called
Barry.
like a couple weeks ago.
I remember Barry. How are you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm just watching the show. I love the show.
You love my show. Thank you, bro. Well, we're doing NBA play-in predictions. Do you have a prediction for the NBA playoffs?
What do you think about the Lakers? That's the question.
I think the Lakers are going to beat the Rockets, dude. I've got the Lakers beating the Rockets because LeBron James is the best player to ever exist.
Yeah, I think I wanted the other side. Like the Lakers get on the other side where we don't have to play OKC to the third round.
Yeah, unfortunately, since we have the 4 seed, it does look like we're going to be playing OKC unless the Thunder lose in the first round. If the Thunder lose in the first round, dude.
I'm taking the upset. If the Lakers can beat the Thunder, we win the championship.
So you're saying you don't think they'll beat the Thunder, but if the Lakers do beat the Thunder, they're going to win the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love it. Dude, JB Sports Daily said the Rockets are sweeping the Lakers. I know we might not beat the Rockets, but we're not going to get swept, are we, Barry?
No, you remember a couple weeks ago when we played them? We
I do.
them 2 times.
2 times in a row, Barry. Tell him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Luka should be back for game 3 or 4. So if the Lakers are within a game to the Rockets, if it's 2-1 Rockets, I still think the Lakers have a great shot with Luka Doncic coming back.
Yes, sir.
Barry, you
Have
are the
a good
absolute.
day.
You too, brother. God bless you, Barry.
God bless you too.
Peace. Yes, C-Band, go Lake Show. Die Hard. Lakers, Angels, Chargers, USC football, brother. USC football. If you like any of those teams, follow along. How do you make a bracket? Miles, let me put the link right now in my bio. Let's see. I'm going to actually just drop it in the chat. If I drop the link in the chat, you guys can join through right there. Copy link, and then let's do it like this. Boom. I can't post links. Link copied. I can't post links directly into the chat. So if you guys go on the Purple app, it's pinned on the Purple app if you guys want to join. Or you can go to my Discord. It's going to be in the Discord as well. So in the Purple app at the top of the screen. Rams run LA, get out of here. Warriors in 5? Yeah. Warriors in 5. Absolutely. Let's all just jump on the Warriors. Hey, you know what the Warriors are? Completely dead. That team stinks. They need to fire Steve Kerr. Steph being back is huge for the Warriors. I will say that. And sorry, Sugo, about this one. Steph can still absolutely ball, and can they make the playoffs? Yeah, they can. They can get out of the play-in because they have that dude, because they have Steph Curry. But they're slow, they're old, they have zero chemistry. This team sucks. They're 4-10 in their last 14 games. They're 1-7 in their last 8 games, with the one win being over the Kings, who were actively tanking in that game. They got rid of Kuminga. Wiseman was a horrible pick. They got rid of Jordan Poole. The only guys remaining on their team that were first-round picks were Brandon Podziemski and Moses Moody. Steve Kerr has ruined the Warriors. He's ruined the end of Steph Curry's career. Klay Thompson was supposed to be there for this whole thing. And now Klay Thompson's like, I don't think I'm going to be in Dallas much longer. Draymond Green made the team about him. And Draymond Green, hey, when I watch you play basketball, I think this. That guy stinks. I don't watch Draymond Green and I'm like, man, I need him on my team. The only reason Draymond works is because Steph Curry's as good as he is. So don't talk to me about the Warriors winning anything this year. Horrible take. Suns winning at least against Clippers. Kawhi Leonard is quietly having the best season of his career since winning the championship in Toronto in 2019. This Clippers team, dude, this is a team that traded James Harden, Zubac, cut Chris Paul. A team that started 6-21. They rattled off 6 straight wins after that and somehow finished the season 4 games above 500. They're a better team than Phoenix. They are a better team than Phoenix. They're better coached than Phoenix. I think they have a better built roster than Phoenix. They've gone through more adversity than Phoenix. They're a team that's on the rise. Phoenix on the team is a team for me that's on the down swing, brother. They fought every single step of the way this entire season. I would not be surprised if they made an actual run. They're not going to get swept by OKC once they get there. Pat Spencer's going to lead us to a sweep versus the Thunder. Sugo believes. If you guys believe in Pat Spencer, drop a Pat Spencer in the chat. Come back when Warriors win. JB Sports Daily, thank you for the follow, bro. Let's collab on something. Bro didn't watch the Suns game yesterday. No, I did not watch the Suns game yesterday. I was watching the Masters. But that was at 5:30. The game was already over. Mason Cron, thank you for the follow. Hawks in 6 against the Knicks. Now, it's Vincent 7. If you want to call into the show right now, the number's at the top of the screen. If you guys want to talk Knicks and Hawks, that series, I am all over it. I'm absolutely all over the Hawks against the Knicks. It's not necessarily about, like, I think the Hawks are that good. This is so sad. It's more about the idea that I think the Knicks are just that bad. Fellas, we have 117 likes. If we can get up to like 500, that would help grow this show and send it out to more people so I can get more people calling into the show like I'm getting someone right now. I've got a caller right now. If you guys want to join our bracket challenge, the winner gets $100. The link to the ESPN bracket is pinned on TWITCH, the purple app. Please follow along. Hello, what is up? How are you doing? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Colin. I'm from Illinois.
Colin from Illinois. Are you near Chicago?
I am near Chicago.
So what's all the buzz about where the Bears are going to end up? Are they going to be in Indiana or are they staying in Chicago?
You know, honestly, I think it's just Pritzker trying to get people to just finally realize that, you know, I think they're staying in Chicago, but it's just kind of a wake-up call for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger teams are leaving the big cities, and like there's more Chicago Bears fans outside of Chicago than probably inside Chicago.
Yeah.
But Colin, I don't know if you've called into the show before. If not, welcome, brother. You're on the phone right now. What did you want to talk about today, Colin?
I'm gonna tell you that right now that the Warriors are a sleeper, bro.
You like the Warriors?
Yes, sir, bro.
You think they're gonna get out of the play-in?
Yes.
Is it just purely like Steph is going to take over, or like who's going to be the guy? What's the difference maker here?
Well, I mean, I heard you say Draymond's got, when he goes out there, he's got nothing, but I'm pretty sure he's like literally one of the smartest basketball players.
You're right.
Right now.
Yeah, no, he is. I was being a complete jerk right there.
But,
defensively,
you know,
he's absolutely a guy that you want on the floor at all times.
I need D'Anthony Melton out there.
D'Anthony Melton's had an impressive season. I've been impressed with his play.
You need Porzingis to start too.
Is he going to be healthy? Is he playing?
I'm pretty sure he's going to play. I mean, I think the game that they played, I think yesterday or whatever, that was their 5 that they won out there. So.
And they lost to the Suns, right? Yesterday.
No, I think they lost to the Clippers by 5, but you know,
Clippers
are, you know, I think they're actually the most underrated team too, though.
People are all over me about my Clippers pick, and I'm like, I think. They're the only team that I think can actually like have a chance against the Thunder in round 1.
They have good depth. They just play really well together. Like, even though Derrick Jones Jr. and John Collins aren't like, you know, the best players, but they play really well for their role.
They do, and ultimately they have Kawhi Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard, if he plays the way that he can play, he could be the best player in the world if he wants to be.
And then you got Darius Garland. He's so much better on the Clippers anyway. And then Benedict Mathurin is probably one of the best 6-men you'll see right now.
Hey, dude, this is some elite ball knowledge. Benedict Mathurin, name getting pulled right now. He's been a difference maker for the Clippers. I just think it's weird. Obviously, they got him back for the trade, but getting rid of Zubac, man, was that just a result of they got rid of Harden, so they're like, we kind of are going to lose our big man too?
I feel like they just kind of needed a new start, but you still have your franchise guy, which is Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they're a lot better with their GM and stuff, but the Warriors, they don't got that. They need to just restart again.
I think so too, man. The sad part about the Warriors was like they had it with Jordan Poole. They had the succession plan and they got rid of that. So I'm like, what's next for Steph Curry? Does he die a Warrior? Do they add pieces to that team or does he go somewhere else?
I think if it's not, it has to be this offseason. You have to go get like, I don't know if they go get LeBron or Giannis or whoever, but if they don't get anyone, then it's kind of over.
They need someone absolutely. Colin, thank you for calling into the show. Like I said, if you join our bracket challenge with the ESPN NBA bracket challenge, winner gets $100 free. So please sign up for that, follow along, and we'll talk to you again soon. Okay, bro? My guy Colin from Illinois jumping on the phone. Any Given Wednesday is in here. Sammy is in here. Any Given Sunday, look at the stats. Book never folds under pressure. D-Book is good in the playoffs. D-Book's a good playoff basketball player. That's what I'm excited for, man. There's a lot of really good playoff basketball players, and hello, Max, that we get to finally see play basketball and absolutely let it loose. We got up to 1,000 likes on TikTok. Thank you guys so much for that. If you're in here and do not know, first of all, hit that follow button if you love me. If not, whatever. I'll be going live every single night after the postseason games. So if you want to do live calls and you want to do a live reaction to what you just saw on your TV, every night you can tune in to Take Back with Zach on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. I'm also doing a One Piece with the follow. Thank you, brother. I'm also doing a ESPN bracket challenge. Unicorn with the follow. Aaron with the follow. Hitting the flies like crazy. Chris with the follow. Like I said, we're also doing an NBA bracket challenge. OMG. Is the link pinned on my TikTok? Should I just post it in the bio of my TikTok? Copy link. Let's go to TikTok. And John with the follow and Jet with the follow. You guys are the absolute best. C-Bands is still in here. My guy C-Bands rocking with me this whole time. You're the man. Devin Booker will carry this team by himself if he has to, but the Suns aren't losing. C-Bands, if you are a Suns fan, I'd be very interested in talking to you and hearing about this whole Kevin Durant thing. I would love to hear about your opinions on KD and where the team is at right now, because I think the Suns have enough to get it going and an owner that is hungry to win. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
What's good, bro? I'm Zach, and I'm calling from Minnesota.
Bro, is it Z-A-C-H or Z-A-C-K?
Z-A-K, actually.
Oh, bro, you went Z-A-K like the water bottle?
I did, man.
Dude,
Gotta
you saw those
parents for that one, right?
You saw the water bottles come out, and you're like, no, bro. Are you serious right now?
Right?
Dog, first time calling in?
Yeah, it is.
Awesome, bro. Well, are you a Minnesota fan through and through?
Yeah, diehard.
Bro, I hate to do this. I don't know if I feel it with this team this year. I think the T-Wolves need a loss in the first round and like a reset.
That's fair. I don't know. I feel like we kind of own the Nuggets, though. Like, I don't know. Jokic goes crazy, but we find a way to win normally. So
you guys have been great against the Nuggets, so you got to like that first round matchup.
But the inconsistency scares me with us. Like, one night we'll lose to like one of the crappier teams in the league and then beat OKC or San Antonio. So it's like I feel like we're one of the biggest wild cards in the playoffs.
Minnesota absolutely is.
And we got the depth too. I mean, Bones and Io off the bench, Nas Reed, bro. I mean, Shannon Jr.'s been hooping recently. I mean,
bro,
I don't know.
Bones Highland has been awesome for you guys, especially offensively.
Yeah, he's really good for sure.
C-Bands is in the chat highlighting some of that. He's like, Anthony Edwards is either going to drop 8 or 40. Like, what Anthony Edwards do you think we're going to get in the playoffs?
It's hard for me to know because I can't tell if he's fully healthy or not. I think if he's fully healthy somewhat, I think it's going to be prime Ant-Man. I think he's going to ball out. But if he's not that healthy, we're probably cooked. Unless, like, Jaden steps up or, definitely Randall too, but we'll see.
The weirdest part for me in the playoffs with Minnesota is that Rudy Gobert just finds himself off the floor, and that's like a $40 million man.
I know. I love Rudy, and I also hate Rudy sometimes. Like, offensively, he just really pisses me off, but obviously defensively, like night in and night out, he's really good. So it's hard to know with him, but
it's literally like you have him out there for his defense. His defense is unbelievable, but offensively late in the game when it comes down to it, it's kind of tough.
Yeah,
obviously, if you get through the Nuggets, you're going to have the Spurs. Can Minnesota make an actual run?
Them.
You hang with the Spurs?
I think so. I do. I think we match up well against them, honestly. I mean, this is the key, though, for me. I think if we're going to make a run, we have to beat the Nuggets in, like, 5 or 6 games. Because the problem was a couple years ago when we played Denver and we went to 7 games and beat them in Denver, we were gassed, bro, when we played the Mavs, bro. And I think that's why we got destroyed.
Dude. It's important to have a quick series with the Nuggets, especially with Jokic. Like, he leans on you, bro. If that series goes 7, I don't think either of those teams are going to win the next round.
That's what I mean. That's the thing. It's got to be 5 or 6 games. And to beat Denver in 5 or 6 games, especially starting on the road, is going to be tough. But we'll see.
Well, Zach, the reason I think the winner is going to come out of the East this year is just purely because the teams in the West are going to beat each other up like crazy.
Oh, yeah. I think that for sure.
I think most of the series are going to go 7. You know, OKC played 23 extra games at the end of the season last year. That's a lot of games,
that's
dude.
True. Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm.
So if either of these teams if whatever team makes it to the finals is 18, 20 games deep into the playoffs already, and the team coming out of the East is 12 or 15 games, and the rest advantage is going to be crazy.
Oh,
huge
100%,
advantage.
For sure. Yeah. I think the Celtics will probably come out of the East if I had to guess, but we'll see.
Yeah. One more question for you, Zach, on your way out. J.J. McCarthy, Kyler Murray. Is there a quarterback competition, or is this Kyler's team?
Nah, no comp. I think it's Kyler's all day.
Rest in peace, 9.
I know,
Zach,
for sure,
bro. I got the bracket challenge. Winner gets $100. It's a link in my bio, so click that, fill that bracket out.
Yeah,
Dog, yeah.
for sure.
Come compete with us and hang with us. Thanks for calling in, Zach. We'll talk to you soon.
Of course. Yep, sounds good. Bye.
Peace. C-Bands, you can just call in, bro. But fellas, by the way, I did pin the link in my bio. It's for you guys on Twitch and YouTube. You can just find it pinned in our Discord. Which is joinable right now if you just do !Discord. On TikTok, there's a link in my bio for the bracket challenge. So if you want to fill out your bracket challenge and compete against all of us for $100, please do so. To the people calling in, I'm going to take calls in 2 minutes. Blades or C-Bands, are you 804 C-Bands? CFK with the follow. Unbelievable. James said Suns are not losing both games. He keeps spamming. I'm gonna block James. James, you've been blocked. Finn with the follow. Thank you so much, bro. I blocked James, guys. Trigger finger, block finger. Hey!
Rest in peace, my granny. She got hit by a bazooka.
I'm getting a lot of people talking crap on me right now. A lot of people talking crap on me right now about my Suns pick. For whatever reason, everybody hates on the fact that I have the Suns losing 2 games. And I'm going to say this many times today, but I'll say it again for you guys who haven't heard it yet. In the last 17 games, the Suns have beat a team with a winning record 2 times. Okay. Last 17 games, the Suns have beat a team with a winning record 2 times. One of those was the Raptors at home. The other one was last night against the Thunder without SGA, Chet, J-Dub, AJ Mitchell, Isaiah Joe, or Alex Caruso. Or Isaiah Hartenstein. You want to count that a win? Okay, go ahead. But that's 2 times the last 17 games that they beat a team with a winning record. The last time this team won a road game against a playoff team was January 17th against the Knicks. It's been 3 months since this team has beat a playoff team on the road. This Suns team is not very good. They do not play the top of the league well. They play the middle and the bottom of the league really well, but they do not play the top of the league well. I don't believe in this Suns team. I don't think they have the firepower to make a run. I don't think they have the defense to make a run. I ultimately believe in the Clippers far more than I do this team. And so I think the Clippers will be the ones to make it out. Call not going through. C-Bands, are you the 804 number or the 678 number? Are you 480 or 804? Suns not losing both games. You already said it, James. Warriors get going through. Chen Ku, no, they're not. You think the Warriors are getting through this thing? Why? I would love for you to call in and tell me why you think the Warriors are going to get through. 480. All right, C-Bands, you can call back right now. I'll take it. Captain Caveman is in here. Give them bread and circus and they will never revolt. Captain Caveman, I don't know, brother. You are the absolute man. Poggy is in here. It's Keith. What up, Keith? How you doing, bro? We're going to call right now from a brother from another mother in the TikTok. What is up, dog? You were live on TBWZ widescreen radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
So my name is Chris. I'm calling from Arizona, which all the Suns talks make sense for me, right?
Dude, is this C-Bands?
Yes, sir.
Bro, thank you for watching the show and hanging out. First time checking us out?
Yeah. I was scrolling through and you know, obviously you see the takes and you know, I felt some kind of way, so I had to talk about it.
I love it, dude. I've watched the Suns play whenever they play the Lakers, and then a couple times when they're on national TV. I haven't like dove in on them too much on League Pass and stuff, but ultimately I think it's a good team. I think it's a surprising team. I just personally don't think it's a team that has enough legs to make a full run, but tell me why I'm wrong, C-Benz.
I can't fault you for thinking like that, and obviously whenever it's your team, you really follow it, right? So
yeah.
With the Suns right now, what they're facing is Devin Booker, Dylan Brooks, and Jalen Green have just not been on the floor together, right?
True.
You found a lot of chemistry between Devin Booker and Dylan Brooks, Devin Booker and Jalen Green when Brooks had his hand broken, and now they're all trying to kind of be on the floor at the same time, which they don't have any bigs. I think this team would be a lot better if they had, I'm not gonna say like Ayton, but like a Chet, someone reliably under the rim.
That's my worry with the Blazers is Klingon has played really well against the Suns. He's averaging 20 and 13 against them. He's going to get 14 or 15 boards. Yeah,
I don't disagree, but I think the Suns offense, because again they play with a lot of heart. That's what I really like about Dylan Brooks. You only like him if he's on your team.
Oh, yeah.
I get it. He's a
Straight
scumbag, but when he's on your team, like you see the energy. I've never seen Devin Booker play defense like this, especially in the KD era. I think this whole team's activated, man. I don't see a universe where they lose to the Trailblazers. They turn it on from three. You have Gillespie, which just set the all-time 3 record. And to my point, this
crazy.
team is only for that team, right? Like he was a two-way player, and I have him in my talks for like most improved, rookie, whatever you want to call it. I know,
dude, he's been a leading scorer on the multiple times this season. He's been that team's leading scorer,
and that's because they've all been injured. Like now, like I'm gonna give Jordan Ott the slightest break, not to be forgiven, but like he does not know what to do with this lineup, and I get it. But yesterday, just because I was watching the game, they beat down the OKC bench by 30, And like bench for bench, it's a really strong team. They just don't know where to put who. But Dunn's going to be an animal next year.
They held him to 75, right?
I think it was like 100 and I don't know.
Oh, sorry, they scored 103, but yeah, they dropped 135 on them.
Yeah, insane. Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm just excited for this team. I think there's a universe where they just haven't had the chemistry or the playtime together because the 3 top scorers for this team have only played 10 games together. And it's been like, within those 10 games, you have people coming on and off from like having reduced minutes.
Yeah.
So like full minutes, bro. I think they've only had like 5 games. And I think one that kind of really broke my heart was the Rockets game. They were up in first quarter by like 26 and they blew that lead. Just because they're struggling. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. The Rockets are insane offensively, but
the Rockets are such a weird team. They're very inconsistent, but yeah,
they weren't guarding the rim.
Tough.
They need a big. You know what I mean?
That's the big thing with the Suns. The big thing is obviously the big man and guarding the paint, especially if you go up against Victor Wembanyama. Chris, since you know ball and you're a good conversation, I got a question for you on the Phoenix Suns. Thank you, S, for the follow. Let's say they do get out of the play-in. Let's say they do make it to the playoffs and they end up with a first-round matchup against the Spurs. Just between you and I, let's say they're not going to beat the Spurs, okay? So next season, what does this Suns team do to get over the edge? Because they tried Kevin Durant, they tried Bridges, they've tried so many things. Like, what's the next move for this Suns team?
I think what this team is going to struggle with is just assets because they don't have a lot of like developed players. Like, who do you really trade, right, for what you need? Like Grayson Allen, I love him to death. He can turn it on from anywhere on the board, but he's been taking a lot of really, really silly shots, and I just don't know if he's going to be forever on this team. Man, I'm trying to think. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of rookies. I think maybe they just start giving more playtime to a lot of the guys who dropped 20. You know what? I need to open up the box score because one of the rookies dropped like 27. It was like two or three people had over 20-point games. Maluak, oh my God! You know what? Talk about defense, and you want to talk about like the that generation, right? With Knipple and Cooper Flag, right? Maluak, who's not on that level, but like defensively, he's been kind of balling out. I think there's a universe where he turns into like, I don't know about first rotation, but like defensively, this team just needs to to figure it out, and I think Maluwa could do that for him.
Yeah, I think Mark Williams is also a good player who has been not very healthy throughout the season. But
you know what? Great point, Mark Williams. If you were going to throw somebody else on that bus with Grayson out, I love him to death, but I have a lot of faith in O'Neal, and I just don't know if he has it that anymore, like that,
In Royce?
I love Royce, but I think that's also a tough conversation that you have to have as a team. Like, hey, who needs to go? Mm-hmm. They have enough point scorers at this point. I'll be honest. Dylan Brooks, just because I follow him on social media, I know he's been practicing that little stupid pushback spin too, and you know what? That it kind of works. It kind of works. He's I think he's picking up a lot of ball from Booker, and I think Jalen Green. He's just really athletic. I think whenever I think of like why the Rockets are good, they're just it's an overall athletic team. I think Jalen Green is like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I think you have a really shifty Brooks, a super solid, can count on for 30 in a playoff team in Booker, and Jalen Green, who's just an offensive monster. The team just has no. They're trying to develop an identity defensively, and it's just like who's going to step up, And it's not Brooks is doing it, but he can't do it without fouling. He had 4 fouls in like the first quarter the other day, and it's just so disappointing to watch.
I feel you, man. I think there's some pieces in Phoenix. Obviously, D-Book is one of the best players in the league. So if they could put some more talent around those big three, I think they're going to be a solid squad. Chris, brother, thank you so much for calling into the show and enlightening us. I'm going to be doing live post-game shows after every single day of NBA playoffs. So follow along and tune in and watch along with us and fill out a bracket, dude. And thanks for hanging with us today.
Yeah, sounds good. I appreciate you having me.
All right. Later, Chris. My guy right there, Chris from Arizona. Trav is in here. Sean is back in here. Yes, sir. Sebas is in here. Watermelon is in here. Christian is in here. Eli is in here. Said L List. If you guys think that you have better basketball insight than I do, we're going to go to this right now. I don't know how well you guys can see it. OMG, Queso to GOAT, C-Bands with the follow. There he is. My guy Chris just called in. We're doing I don't know if you guys can see this all the way. I hope you can. We're doing an NBA ESPN bracket challenge, okay? It's the TBWZ NBA 2026. The group password is ZCA, all lowercase. I've already got 7 people just from the past 10 minutes that have joined in. The winner of this is going to get $100. So these are my picks. I have the Cavs winning it all, of course. But join through the link in my bio, fill yours out, and join us for what will be an epic NBA postseason. Heat beating the Hornets. Oh my gosh, we got a Heat fan in here. We got a Dan Lebitard show is in here. The Suns won 2 out of the 3 versus Portland, lost with no starters. They did win 2 of 3 against Portland. Absolutely. The Suns have. They've only beat 2 teams with a winning record in the last 17 games as well. So, don't know which one you want to choose there. The Raptors will beat the Cavs. No shot, brother. Do we have a fan from Toronto right now who's calling me out and saying the Raptors are going to make a run here? The Raptors are a good team because Brandon Ingram's an absolute thug. I think the Raptors should get rid of Brandon Ingram. I think you trade Brandon Ingram for first-round picks and just retool. I don't think you would bring guys into that team and make that a championship team with the way it's currently constructed, but who am I to deny what the Lord can do? Where's the bio? Gliz. That's on TikTok. But in our Discord, Gliz is where you can find the link in our general chat on Discord to the bracket challenge. Braden said, I'm a Celtics fan. Get out, Braden. Braden, no Celtics fans allowed. Why y'all hate on the Heat so much? I like the Heat. I like the Heat. I'm impressed by the Heat very, very much. Guys, we got 22 followers on this very, very live. This is unbelievable. You guys are absolutely coming out. Chopbot, they are 3-0 against the Cavs. Who? The Raptors? Is the phone line open? It is. I'm taking calls right now. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
It's been a while, but I'm Alex, and I'm from Utah.
Alex from Utah. You've called in before, right, bro?
Yeah. I kept meaning to call again, but it's been so long that I keep forgetting to.
Dude, it's totally okay. You're calling in now. We have a bracket challenge where we're talking all of the NBA playoff picks. Brother, how are you doing today, first of all, and what is your big sports take for the day?
So I'll fill out the bracket challenge, and
okay.
the first thing I have to say was I called in the day before March Madness started, and I said that I was wrong about it being Hawaii, but I said a team above the 7th seed was going to make it to either the Elite Eight and the Final Four, and Iowa was a 9 seed.
Yep.
And they made it to the Elite Eight. I just want to say I was right. And,
yep.
And second, I saw this from a video.
Yeah.
I'm going to carry it on. The trend of ball knowledge is stupid.
Thank you for saying that, brother. Someone had to finally say it. The whole, you don't know ball thing. It's like, what are we doing here, dude? Sports is supposed to be this fun, entertaining thing that's, on the peripheral, right? You're not supposed to, dedicate your entire life and mind towards sports. And if you do, I think too much ball knowledge is a bad thing, in my opinion.
I mean, I think it's I think ball knowledge itself, knowing, strats and routes, I think that's pretty cool. But, I don't have to, know who Tom Gooberbob, who played on the St. Louis Rams in 2008 and never made it on the field. I don't need to know who he is. I can just enjoy the sport, and ball knowledge can just be, knowing routes and knowing strats and stuff, all that.
Dude, I'm totally with you. The ball knowledge epidemic is a terrible thing, and people are like, you can only talk about ball if you have legit ball knowledge. And I'm like, bro, just have fun. Sports should be fun. They've just become too serious in our time.
Yeah,
I think it's because everybody's gambling, Alex.
Oh, 100%. Because 3 main Super Bowl ads during the 3 main Super Bowl ads, none of them were funny. It was AI. Weight loss drugs and gambling. It was just all those ads.
That was pretty much all of it. Alex, you had a crazy prediction for March Madness saying that a 7+ seed was going to make it to the Elite Eight, and you were correct. Do you have a crazy prediction for us with the NBA playoffs, brother Alex?
Shoot. I haven't watched much of the NBA in a very long time, but I've only looked at the bracket a little bit. Maybe, so I'm probably wrong in this, and this is kind of just because I want this to happen more.
Okay.
I think the Thunder might lose, may not make it to the finals, something like that.
I have the Thunder losing to the Spurs in the conference finals, so you and I are aligned on that one, Alex.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I definitely think the Spurs are making it to the finals.
Making my mod in TikTok pretty frustrated, my guy JD. Brother Alex, thank you for calling back into the show, dog. Thanks for being a fan of what we're doing here. Yeah. The bracket challenge, winner gets $100. It's in the link in my bio on TikTok, so fill that out and compete with us, bro.
Yeah, I'll do it. I lost the NFL one and I lost the March Madness one, but
same.
I think I'm confident I might do better in this one.
You know what? You and me both. We both lost those ones, but now we're confident for this one. Alex, thanks for calling in, man. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
All right. You have a good day.
All right. Peace. JD, I'm sorry. JD, I'm so sorry. Okay, you can read it now. Swaggy, I don't see your comment, but welcome Swaggy to the show. Suns are losing both games is bold of you. Thank you, Launder. You are the man. I feel like this year is the Thunder's only chance. Fellas, it's 4 o'clock. I've got 4 people calling in. Alex, you're next up. So hang on tight. I'm going to open up the line in 5 minutes. Alex, call me in 5 minutes. You'll be my first call. Bro, my job sucks. Not going to lie. My hours are 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. or 2 to midnight. Jeez, brother. Bro. You got a tough one right now, JD, but grind through it. You got this, dog. I feel like this year the Thunder's only chance to run it back one more time. Is their only chance to run it back? Trav, are you getting on with the Alex? Call me in 5 minutes. Is your thought more there like they're going to have to sign all the players and pay a ton of money after this season? Because that is something that's going to happen with this Thunder team. They got a lot of guys to pay. So if they're going to get it done and go back-to-back, obviously this is the year to do it and get that done before they start paying people. But even if they lost Isaiah Joe and Mitchell and even J-Dub, Chet and SGA can win a championship, in my opinion. I think that's good enough, too. Why do you see the Suns losing? What up, Ramiro? What up? Aceres is still in here. John, my guy, is still in here. JB Sports is in here. Trav. Clemson Cards just joined in. Before I go into why I have the Suns losing and being eliminated from the play-in, Alex, call back in 5 minutes, dog. Hey, Alex, brother, call me at 4:05 and we'll take your call, okay, bro?
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, peace. I have the Suns getting out of the playoffs, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. But if you have not yet, in the link in my bio on TikTok, we're doing an ESPN bracket-style NBA playoff championship. So you pick all of the teams, and then your final winner. Winner gets $100 for free. It's free to enter, so please, link in my bio on TikTok to join the bracket challenge. Yo, I tried calling and it failed. I know. I'm taking calls in 3 minutes. I'll open them back up. J-Dub, Chet, and SGA are all on max contracts. So, yeah, JD, I'm an idiot, and you just proved it right there. Thank you so much, brother. And Trav with the follow. Oh! The Suns are not a very good basketball team. Okay? In the last 17 games, they beat a team with a winning record 2 times. That was the Raptors at home, then the Thunder last night, and the Thunder didn't play a single player. They're like... They got a good win against the Thunder's bench. And everyone's like, hey, look, the Suns got a good win against the Thunder bench. Good job, okay? They have not beat a playoff team on the road since January 17th. I understand that both of these play-in games are home games for the Phoenix Suns. But that, to me, is a sign of a team that's not very good. Good teams beat great teams, home or on the road. Home or on the road. The Blazers, that team has wins this year over Denver, OKC, the Clippers, the Lakers, Cleveland, Boston, Houston, San Antonio, Minnesota, and Golden State 3 separate times. The Blazers have beaten better teams than the Suns have beaten. The Suns might have a better roster. They might have a better construction. They might even have a better coach. They also have the best player in the series in D-Book, obviously, and maybe even the second best player in the series. They don't have anyone that's going to stop Donovan Clingan, though. I have the Blazers over the Suns. The second game is the harder game, the Clippers over the Suns. I don't see Kawhi Leonard losing a game anytime soon. Kawhi Leonard's been playing out of his mind. He might be the best player in the world. Who knows? But I don't think he's going to be frightened by anything that the Phoenix Suns throw his way. So that, for me, is why I have the Suns losing. We're going to flip on a baseball game, guys. Do we want to watch Cubs and Phillies? Yeah, let's watch Cubs and Phillies. That's a good game. Or D-backs and Orioles. No, let's watch. Oh, Nationals and Pirates are playing. Green is the teams you have losing? No, brother, cuz Andrew. Those are the teams I have winning. Any slightest chance Clips upset OKC? Yes. The only team in the play-in that I think can actually upset OKC is the Clippers because of Kawhi Leonard. Because Kawhi Leonard, everyone forgets, he's the best defender in the league when he wants to be. He will hold SGA to 22 points. If you hold SGA to 22 points, that means you're asking the the rest of the team to put up 100, basically. The Clippers have enough offensively to keep up a 120 point per game pace with the Thunder. The Thunder's defense is very, very good. Don't get me wrong. But if they're clamping SGA like I think Kawhi Leonard is going to do, it's not going to be easy for the Thunder. It's not going to be a sweep. I think the Thunder will win, but I do not think it's going to be a sweep. Green is the teams you have. Oh, yeah, you're it. Trust me, Dre can hold Shea to 12 points. Draymond Green? 7 times, though? Or 4? You have to do it 4 times. You got to do it multiple times in a series. How far do you think the Spurs will go? Cuz Andrew, I have the Spurs actually going, and this is my bracket right here. I don't know if you guys can see it fully. But this is my bracket. Here's what I have in the West right here. If you want to fill out your own bracket and compete in our bracket challenge, the winner gets $100. It's a link in my bio. Click the link in my bio and fill yours out. But this is what I have in the West. I know I've got the Lakers beating the Rockets. I'm crazy. I know I'm crazy. Is Leonard confirmed playing? He's playing. Kawhi Leonard is absolutely playing in this game. And then, of course, I have the Spurs beating the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. I think this series does go long. I think Luka is back and Austin Reeves are back for this series. I think it does go to 6 or to 7. I think this one also is going to go to 6 or to 7. Ultimately, though, the Spurs They're 4-1 against the Thunder this year. They're 4-1 against the Thunder. This is a really, really good Spurs team, and I believe they're going to do well to beat the Thunder in the conference finals. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Jackson, and I'm from Pennsylvania.
Jackson from PA. Are you on the Philly side or more Pittsburgh?
I'm on the Philly side.
Dude, at the beginning of the show, I did this whole kind of like essay on Philadelphia. The Phillies absolutely stink to start the season. Joel Embiid with appendicitis. The Eagles have so much drama, and the season hasn't even started. 2 years ago, every single one of your teams was in the conference finals, and now I'm looking at Philadelphia as like a city in complete shambles.
Yeah, I know. Like, Eagles, the Phillies, like, they're all just, like, going down the drain.
It's crazy right now. But, brother, Jackson, I've got my play-in predictions on the screen. I've got my NBA predictions up for the entire playoffs. I'm doing a live reaction show nightly after the NBA playoffs if you want to call in after your team wins or loses. But, brother, you're calling into the show. What did you want to talk about today?
I was going to say, like, how far do you think the 76ers are going to get in the playoffs?
I think Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and Joel Embiid are probably the best big three in basketball outside of whatever the Thunder have and whatever maybe the Cavs are throwing out there.
Yeah.
Those three can absolutely ball. Tyrese Maxey, if he needs to go out and put up 50, he can go out and put up 50. Like, he's low-key one of the best scorers in the league that nobody talks about.
But the thing is with Tyrese Maxey, like, he's so inconsistent, like, lately.
Yeah.
Like, he's been putting up bad shooting numbers.
It's true. Like his efficiency has not been great. He's playing a ton of minutes, so he's probably a little bit tired. VJ Edgecombe was so good to start the season, kind of slowed down, picked back up. But ultimately, we've said this a million times every single year. Same thing with the Sixers. How far can Joel Embiid actually take them? And I don't even know if he's going to be playing.
I think like if Joel Embiid comes back, like I think they could get pretty far because Maxey, Embiid, Edgecombe, like Paul George, like how the way they've been playing, like I think they can get pretty far.
They would be most likely getting a first-round matchup with the Celtics, and that's the only reason I don't like it is because I think the Celtics are so good.
I mean, they beat the Celtics in I think it was the first game of the season. Like they beat them.
Yeah, literally.
That was like
game
without
one.
Embiid.
Yeah, that was without Embiid. That was a long time ago, but man, that was crazy long ago. It's insane how long the NBA season is, dude. But if Embiid's fully healthy, first of all, they wouldn't be a play-in team. If he was fully healthy, they'd probably be the 3 or the 2 seed in the East. But he's not. So I don't think Philly's going to make a run this year. I think the idea of Joel Embiid carrying this team to the finals is not happening anytime soon because of how hard he's just been. It's tough. Brother, you're calling into the show. Like I said, the bracket challenge is posted. There's a link in my bio to fill it out. Winner gets $100.
Yep.
On the West side of things, a lot of people are talking about Spurs, Thunder, Nuggets. Who do you have winning the West, brother?
I have the Spurs. Like they're crazy. Like they're really good.
They're so good, dog. It's gonna be awesome to watch the NBA playoffs. I'm gonna just be excited to see what happens in Philadelphia for the rest of the year. Is there anything the Phillies can do to change your mind, or is this team cooked?
No, I mean it's like they have to I don't know. I think they just have to be careful about the injuries. That's really it.
It's true. Jackson, you are the absolute man. Thank you for following and thank you for calling into the show. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right. See ya.
Peace. Clemson, the first game is tomorrow, 4 p.m., and then there's a 6 p.m. At about 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Pacific time, I'm going to be going live again, taking live callers. So, after the play-in games, if you want to talk ball, I am your guy to get that done. Brick Jocks in the chat. Swaggy said, Hawks are cooking the Knicks. Hawks in 7? Alien with the follow. Swaggy has the Hawks in 7 against the Knicks. That's a 6 seed Hawks over the 3 seed. Whoever that 804 number is will take your call in 4 minutes. 804 will take your call in 4 minutes. Never mind, there's Alex. Eol with the follow. Conlon with the follow. Hawks don't got playoff experience, said Aylin. Well, dude, call in, Alien, after this call with my buddy Alex. Emmett, thank you for the follow. Alex, what's up, bro? How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, Zach. How about you?
Good, man. For those who don't know, Alex is very, very deep into the sports game in Colorado specifically. He works with a lot of radio stations around there, so he's got some inside news. It's official. The Nuggets have gotten the 3 seed, and they've got a matchup with the Timberwolves. How is the city of Denver and the state of Colorado in general feeling about that 3-6 matchup?
I think the whole state of Colorado right now, I think we feel a bit nervous. Again, it depends on how Anthony Edwards does. I think that's the way it looks like, and how Rudy Gobert is going to guard up against Nikola Jokic. I think, and if our team stays healthy, I mean, our guys stayed healthy, so. And I think right now we're the hottest team in the NBA. We're on a 12-game win streak, 10-0 in the last 10. And I mean, if you say, hey, everybody says the Spurs are great. Well, the Spurs in the last 10 games are 8-2, but guess what their 2 losses were to? The Denver Nuggets. So that's my point. I think right now I don't say we're in the driver's seat. I just got to see one game of these 2 teams. If we win the first game, I feel like we've got this series.
Yeah.
I still think right now I have the Nuggets going in 6 games because I still think it's going to be a tight series the way it's going to be. And it all depends. If we get an injury that happens, like I don't know if Aaron Gordon's 100% healthy yet.
True.
That's the thing. This team's not 100% healthy. But if the Nuggets roll through, they could.
They can, absolutely. Grady has jumped in the chat. What's up, Grady? Good to see you again, bro. Aiden has jumped in. Jacob has jumped in. Drew has jumped in. Dog, I don't know why, but I think the Nuggets might win this thing in 5. They could even sweep the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves have not been good this year. With Anthony Edwards on the floor or not, like Anthony Edwards has been insanely inconsistent. This team loses easy games to bad teams. I've not been impressed with the Timberwolves. Similarly with the Nuggets, but how many games has Aaron Gordon, Jokic, and Jamal Murray played together? 15, maybe?
15, yeah, it's around there. It's around like 12, actually, I think. They hardly have it. Nikola and Jamal have played more together. But I'll tell you this, I think that's the biggest thing. I think if the Nuggets win this one and they play San Antonio, I would feel more confident with the San Antonio series. Just because I think San Antonio is too young. They're too young, in my opinion. I understand we saw OKC last year do it, but they had more playoff experience built around them. I mean, they made the playoffs 3 years in a row. So that's where I'm thinking, like, here's the thing. I think the NBA, they've had 7 different champions in the last 7 years. I think that's great, but it's hard to win back-to-back champions in the NBA, the way the salary cap's lined up. And who's one person that can easily dominate Victor Wembanyama? That's Nikola Jokic. That's the only person we've seen dominate Victor Wembanyama in a head-to-head matchup. And that's where I'm thinking Nikola Jokic might be on top of the MVP, but we don't know what the voters are going to do. Again, they don't want to put him in that Wilt Chamberlain area yet. That's what we've heard from MVP voters. So it might go to SGA. That's where I'm thinking. But us Denver media people, we want it to go to Nikola, but it's probably going to be SGA because of just the Wilt Chamberlain area. Just because they don't want to give a 4th MVP to Nikola Jokic. They just don't want to get rid of that term.
He's deserving of the 4th. He should get the 4th. Is it going to be this year? I don't know, but ultimately, this is one of the best teams in basketball. So, what's this?
It is.
They're one of the best. Sorry, I had to just fill this thing out. All right, we're chilling. It's one of the best teams in basketball, and they match up really well against the top teams in the West. My one big fear about the West in general is the Nuggets and Spurs. If they go to 6, right? If the Nuggets and Timberwolves they go to 6, and then they're 12 games deep by the time they play OKC. Yep. If that's a 7-game series, both these teams are 19, 20 games into the playoffs by the time they even get to the finals. Dog, I think the team in the East is going to have a good chance to win this thing because of how tired all the teams in the West are going to be from playing each other.
Oh, definitely, 100%. I think the Celtics are my pick for the Eastern Conference. I just think the way that they're built, the way they've been on a roll lately, their last 10 games, they've gone 8-2. Jason Tatum coming back, I think that's been the biggest push. Yeah. I think that's where it is. I mean, Detroit, they've gone 8-2 in their last 10. I think Detroit with Cade, it depends on how they go, and it depends on how healthy Detroit can stay. It's just, to me, my thing is Detroit just doesn't have that much of playoff experience. To me, experience matters. And I feel like the teams out of every team I think that's playing in the NBA right now, that's in this playoff bracket, I would say out of the top 4 teams, I would say it's the Nuggets because you got Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Nikola Jokic. Those are your 4. And Cam Johnson, he has a little bit of playoff experience.
Yeah,
off the bench, though. But I would say that's the biggest thing.
Experience matters a lot in the playoffs. And the Nuggets are definitely one of the more experienced teams out there. Alex, thank you for calling into the show. Please fill out a bracket so you can join our bracket challenge. Winner gets $100. There's a link in my TikTok bio if you want to fill that thing out, dude.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I do have one more thing for you. I don't know if you saw. I I know one thing that's made a lot of Rockies fans happy is that the Monforts sold 40% of the team last Friday. I don't know if you saw that. It's going to the Broncos ownership group, the Penner Group, which I think it's phenomenal. I'm excited to see what the Rockies can do now that we have some money and we have one of the richest owners in sports now to try and help us out and try to make it to the playoffs. I don't think it'll be this year or next year, but who knows? With this money, it could take us places.
Dude, the only struggle in Colorado is I know you're going to get hitters that want to play there and live there. Denver's a good city. Colorado's a great state. It's relatively cheap to live. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. But if you're a dominant pitcher, if you're Tarek Skubal, if you're Brian Wu, do you really want to play in Denver with that altitude? The hard part is getting pitching to sign with that team.
Oh, yeah, the hard thing would be pitching, but I forgot which reporter was for The Athletic. He reported for the Rockies. The Rockies are probably going to spend a lot of money next offseason. That's the report. It could be, if there's no salary cap added, they could possibly spend more money than the Los Angeles Dodgers, and that might be something crazy to think about, just the way that they're going to go. And honestly, if they do spend more money than the Dodgers, I would think it would be more on hitting. But hey, I don't think they're still in first place anymore in the bullpen, but their bullpen lately has been on fire, except until this Padres series. It's just fallen off a little bit. But I think there's just some young talent. We got Ethan Holiday, Charlie Condon. Those guys are going to come up. I think the Rockies could be in a good driver's seat in the next couple of years. That could be a scary team to watch out for.
I love it. On the eve of NBA playoffs, we got our guy Alex coming in and talking some Rockies baseball. Alex, that's why we love you around here, bro. Thanks for calling in. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Talk to you again soon, Zach. Thank you.
All right. Peace. Carter is in here saying the Celtics are getting eliminated by the Hawks. Hawk Tua. What happened to her? Does anybody know what happened to Haley Welsh? I feel bad for Hawk Tua. There was a moment there where Hawk Tua was bigger than Jeebus. Bigger than Jesus. Hawk Tua was the biggest thing in the world for so long. Hawk Tua, the popularity of Hawk Tua was higher than the popularity of the Atlanta Hawks has ever been. The most popular I ever saw the Atlanta Hawks was when they did the Magic City Monday promotion thing. Jalen Brunson's goated said the Knicks are winning the finals. Laughable. Finally, dude, I've been waiting this entire time for someone to come in with some delusional Knicks take, and there it is. Jalen Brunson goated, got it done. 804 number. That 804 number, call in about 3-ish minutes. 804, I'm taking you next. No, Joel, you sure about Philly? I know. The Joel Embiid one was really, really tough. Him being out. I still like Tyrese Maxey a lot. I still really, really like Tyrese Maxey. My thoughts on it are like relatively simple. It's more about Orlando absolutely stinking, James. Like Orlando absolutely stinks. It's horrible luck with Embiid. It's not going to be an easy spot, but I think Tyrese Maxey is the best player in this game. I think he's a better player for me than Paolo Banchero, who's not having a great season. I think even without Embiid, like Maxey and VJ Edgecombe have proven to be able to like win basketball games together. Just those two, throw in Paul George, cherry on top. They've got a solid supporting cast around them. I like Orlando's roster more. I like Orlando as a roster more than I like the Sixers roster. It's going to be a home game. That's big. Orlando has not looked good once this entire season, though. This is an Orlando team that just lost last night to the Celtics bench. Badly. And looked horrible doing so. I don't believe in them. I just don't believe in Orlando. I think they're limping into the playoffs. Paolo's having an off year. Desmond Bane actually kind of stinks. They sold their entire future to get Desmond Bane, and I don't even know if he's going to be the dude. If you think the Suns are not coming out of the play and you're crazy, tell me why, Anthony. Call into the show. Numbers at the top of the screen. Put your money where your mouth is, bruh. Warriors get the 8, but get destroyed by the Thunder in 4. There's no shot the Warriors are making it out of the play, and I'm sorry. The Warriors are not making it out of the play, and that team stinks. Steve Kerr absolutely cooked that team. They're fried. Steph being back is really big. He can like absolutely get a bucket. This team has no chemistry. They're slow. They're old. They're 4-10 in their last 14 games. The Warriors are 1-7 in their last 8 games, with the one win being over Kings team that was actually tanking. And Anthony Francis, the Blazers are horrible is your reasoning. The Blazers have wins this year over Denver, OKC, the Lakers, the Clippers, Cleveland, Boston, Houston, San Antonio, Minnesota, and Golden State 3 different times. Evan Hale, thank you for the follow. Anthony, if you didn't notice, those are all playoff teams. Every single playoff team, the Blazers have a win against, except for Detroit. It's the only team they do not have a win against. The Suns cannot say that. The Suns have not beat a playoff team on the road since January 17th. They're not a very good team. Didn't the Warriors beat the Rockets, or did they lose by like one? Win. Blazers and Heat winning today. That's tomorrow, but I love you, Stray Bill Hook. We're going to call right now. I'm going to be taking this call, guys. If you want to call in next, the number's at the top of the screen. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Mike. I'm from New York. I was recently on the show.
Mike from New York. I remember when you were on, bro. How are you doing, dog?
I'm doing good.
Dude, just to let you know, we're doing a competition. There's a link in my bio for an NBA playoff bracket challenge. Winner gets $100. It's free to enter. So after this call, make sure you fill out your bracket, Mike. But you're calling into the show. What did you want to talk about today?
I wanted to go in the direction of who's going to win the NBA Finals.
All right, Mike, this is big because you only get one on the record pick the entire NBA postseason. So without further ado, Mike from New York, who is your official pick for the NBA Finals?
The Boston Celtics.
A New York guy picking the Boston team, brother. Is Boston just too deep? Is it Tatum too good? What's the reasoning?
I live so close to Boston, but I'm still in New York, so
okay.
It's like I grew up a Boston fan.
You grew up a Boston fan. You live very close, but you are in New York, but you are still going to be rooting for the Celtics. They're a very good team, dude. You think they can get out of the East pretty easily?
Yeah, you just gotta worry about Jaylen Brown. He's been doing really good. So.
He has been biggest of the Ben. I thought you said I got a fake tan. I'm like, dude, that'd be crazy if I'm tanning. Mike, did you have school today, or are you on spring break?
I had school today.
You did have school today? Was it what'd you learn?
I learned about the Pythagorean theorem.
Oh, you learned about the Pythagorean theorem? That's a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
Yeah.
Nice, dude. How do you feel about math? Are you a big math head, or are you more like a history and writing guy?
I love math.
You love math. That's pretty cool. When you grow up, would you rather be a businessman or a teacher?
A businessman.
Yeah. What kind of business do you think you would run if you could start a business?
Probably like shopping districts and stuff.
Shopping logistics?
Like districts.
Shopping districts? Like like you'd want to own a shopping center?
Yeah, I just want to own a shopping center and people can.
If you had a shopping center with 3 buildings in it, like storefronts, what 3? I know, JD, I just saw that. What 3 like stores would you put into it to maximize foot traffic?
I would put in Dick's.
Dick's, yeah, good.
And then I would have McDonald's for people to eat at.
Great.
And then I would have something like Get Air for like all the kids.
What was that last one? Something for all the kids?
Get Air.
Get Air. Oh, like a bounce, like a trampoline park?
Yeah.
So we're doing a Dick's Sporting Goods next to a McDonald's next to a trampoline park?
Yeah.
Mike, that sounds like the best place on earth, brother. Thank you so much for your call. Don't forget to fill out your bracket challenge. Winner gets $100, Mike.
All right. Have a good day.
You too, dog. Peace. JD brought it up, but yes, Sugo, my guy, Grady, Brick Jock, everybody in the chat, we are doing a live watch-along to the Yankees and the Angels game. Aaron Judge just hit a 2-run bomb in the bottom of the first off Yusei Kikuchi. It is a full count now to Mike Stanton. There is no outs somehow. Some magical way there are no outs. How are there no outs? No, there's 1 out. There has to be 1 out. I would love to go shopping at that district that Mike just dropped on us. I would absolutely love to go to that shopping center that Mike just dropped on us because that's so fun. Fellas, we got 10 people in here. We're at 3,400 likes. If we get to 4,000, that would absolutely make my day. To everybody calling into the show, we're going to take calls at 4:30 in 5 minutes. So 817, you're going to be up next. 817, you are live at 4:30 if you could still hear me. 817. 8171. And then 479, we'll take your call second. Can I hop on the show? JB Sports Daily. Yeah, you could call in whenever you want, dog. But we're going to be taking calls at 4:30. 843 and 817. Whoever just called in, we're going to be taking calls at 4:30. Brother, we're going to take your call at 4:30, okay? Call back then. Blazers don't have the type of depth the Suns do, especially with a healthy Suns team. I believe that. Yeah, I'm with you, Anthony. I'm totally with you. Blazers, okay. Do you have an 804 number? 804, 804, 804. No, I have a 323 number. Sorry, I'm so thirsty. I forget to drink a lot on this show. That's fine. Fellas, why I got you guys in here, we're doing a live watch along. Joe Adele. Who was that, dude? Ahmed Rosario with the single. Gosh, Kikuchi's getting absolutely blown up. Do I see an 804 number? I have you written down. Yeah, JB, whenever you call in with the 804, I'll take your call and answer it. As you guys see right above me, Goku fan is calling, 479. Yeah, Goku, we'll take you after the other two. Okay, what's up, dog? Good to see you again. This is my bracket. I just did the West. I've got the Thunder beating the 8th seed. I do have Lakers over the Rockets in this 4-5 matchup. In the 3-6, I do have the Nuggets winning. I don't think it's going to be a particularly close matchup either. I don't think it's going to be particularly close at all. What's up, Brett's Hammer? Good to see you, dog. Welcome to the show. I have the 1, 3, the 4, and the 2 all making it out. I ultimately do have the Spurs beating the Nuggets because I think Wembanyama is just enough to get past the Nuggets. I think the Thunder are going to beat the Lakers in probably 6. If we can get to the 6 games with the Thunder, that's a huge win for the Lakers. Go Lake Show. If you're a Lakers fan, follow along. In the East, this is what I got. I got the Pistons winning their first round matchup. I have the Cavs beating the Raptors. The Raptors are a good team, dude. The Raptors are a really good team. I like them a lot. BI is one of the best scorers that we have in all of basketball. Big fan. But the Cavs are much better. I do have the Hawks upsetting the Knicks in 7. I have this one going to 7. I have it going back to New York in the Garden with a chance to win it. Playoff Brunson, clank. Off the backboard. That game goes to overtime. The Hawks end up finishing them off in a Game 7 overtime thriller. Because it's a thriller. Sorry. Then I have the Celtics beating the Orlando or Philly, whoever comes out with the 7th seed. I got the Celtics beating the Hawks. I don't think the Hawks are going to have trouble, or the Celtics are going to have too much trouble with the Hawks. This is also the Hawks Super Bowl. If the Hawks beat the Knicks, dude, they're not going to have any gas left in the tank for the Celtics. I then have the Cavs pulling off an upset against the Pistons. I don't think the Pistons have the offensive firepower to keep up with what the Cavs are going to be scoring. They are a prolific offense that will not be stopped. Brett said, I think it's the Pistons that win it all. How do you feel? Dog, I just said it. Sorry, brother. And then I have the Cavs beating the Celtics ultimately to win the entire championship. As you guys can see here, this is my pick, the Cleveland Cavaliers, to win it all. The website I'm using for this Triangle Monkey is ESPN. So, if you go to the link in my bio on TikTok, what you're going to be able to do is fill out your own bracket for the TBWZ group. So the TBWZ group now has 10 people in it. In the past 30 minutes, I've had 10 people join. So I'm going to be going live every single night after the postseason game. So this number is going to go up and up and up. So get yours now. Send it to your friends. Have them all fill it out. Cavs need to stay healthy to make it all the way. JB, that is very true. I think every team is one injury away at this point. Aaron Diaz says, I'm funny. Thank you, brother. Love you so much. God bless you. Please follow if you do not follow yet. Brother, what is up? How are you doing today, bro? I know who you are, but let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
My name is JD, and I'm calling from Texas.
JD, my guy from Texas. He is our resident Thunder fan. We needed one of them in here. Yep. I'm sure you already filled out your bracket, JD. Do you have the Thunder winning it all?
Of course I do.
Yeah, man. They look unbelievably dominant. They did lose last night with, I didn't even know some of the players that they were playing last night, dude.
We played some G League players, and then we played Lou Dort and Aaron Wiggins. Which also, yeah. I don't know what happened to Aaron Wiggins. He, fell off the face of the earth.
I think what happened was simply, A.J. Mitchell took a huge step up. And Presti and Dagno were well, I mean, why are we going to give minutes to Wiggins when we know that A.J. Mitchell is just that much better? I think he's a real freak.
That's true.
I think he's very, very good. The West is going to be very tough. You have the Thunder winning. I had a take earlier in the show, and I'd love for you to discredit it or disprove it, however you want to go about it, or agree. The West is going to be so tough to win. I think all of those games are going to be going 6 or 7. I do think whoever wins the West is already going to be 18, 19, maybe even 20 games deep into their playoff series by the time they get to the finals. I think whoever comes out of the East is just naturally going to have like an easier time getting there and will be more rested than whatever team comes out of the West. And I think ultimately the winner is going to come from the Eastern Conference.
I can agree with that, but they'll also be more battle tested. So like players, like they'll be like, if it goes to game 5, game 6, they'll know what they need to do. Because especially Thunder, if the Thunder makes it to the finals, every hard game, like game 5 and game 7, will be at the Thunder. The hardest place to play in the NBA. So,
dude, that stadium is so loud.
Yeah, it's quite fun when you're playing a good team because that stadium's just so loud.
I've said it. I think I was talking about it with you, but like the idea that every team is one injury away. OKC for me is the only team that, like, let's say they do lose their best player, I still believe in that team enough to get it done. But they are the only team that could lose SGA and I think still play well. Ultimately, though, like, this is a team that's been injured a lot this season. They played 23 extra games last year in the postseason. They've been banged up. Another deep run seems like a lot for this team. Do you think they can stay healthy through this whole thing?
I think they can, but I don't know if SGA got hurt, I don't think we can beat the Spurs. But me saying that, if SGA is playing, we're going to beat the Spurs in 6. So
if SGA is playing, you got Spurs. You got the Thunder in 6 against the Spurs. Brother, JD, I absolutely love that. How was your weekend, dude? Anything fun happen this weekend?
No, I was just working, and then I went to church yesterday.
God bless. What is your job that's having you work from, like, till 10 p.m.?
So basically my job at Walmart is, so what we're doing, it's like, so we unload freight trucks that have, like, the stuff that you sell out on the floor and then also grocery. And so the earliest I can go in is 3 p.m. And it's just horrible. So I'm applying to different jobs. But I can't quit, obviously, yet because only working 1 week at a job looks horrible. So
yeah, you got to put in a few months there at least.
Yeah, but if I get another job, then I can leave.
Yeah. We'll be hunting for you as well. JD, brother, thank you for calling into the show. And you already filled out your bracket?
Sir. Yes, sir. I got the Thunder playing the Celtics.
Thunder Celtics. That'd be a very, very fun matchup. JD, dog, thanks for calling in. Thanks for modding it up. You are the absolute homie. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes, sir. See you later.
All right, peace. JB Sports Daily, thank you for hopping in all day. You are the absolute man. Schroeds is in here hitting us with the 6-7 like a boss. And we're getting another call right now. I'm going to take that call in just one moment. Real quick, though, let me grab my lunch. Should I have a Poppy or a Diet Coke? Guys, let me know. Poppy or DC? What should Vini have for lunch? Poppy or DC? Oh. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name's Spencer, and I'm from North Carolina.
Spencer?
Mm-hmm.
Nice, bro. North Carolina is a beautiful place. What part of North Carolina?
I'm in the Charlotte area.
Bro, dog, I've been saying to people, if Charlotte makes a run, if the Hornets actually make a run at that thing, that city's going to burn down. They're going to be showing up loud for every game. That's not an easy place to play.
I mean, yeah, but what I actually came to say is the opposite.
Oh, no.
As a Heat fan myself in Charlotte,
okay,
I've seen. All right, so let's break off. So they've played 4 times this season already.
Yeah,
Heat are 3-1, right? One time was before they were hot, and the 2 times when they were hot, I think the Hornets.
I think the first 3 games I think were before the All-Star break.
Oh no, my fault. Yeah, because they played in the play-in then before that, so they played 2 times. So the first time was in the Spectrum, so I went to that game.
Nice.
This one everybody was healthy. I don't think we had Powell that game. I'm not gonna
Larson?
lie. Yeah, we had Larson starting. I think it was like Hero, Larson, and all
He's a
that.
good player, dude.
Yeah, and we cooked them. But the second time around when we missed out a Bow and them, yeah, we kind of flew that one. But whenever they're hot, we're the Heat. We put them out.
Well, dude, you've been a Heat fan for a long time. You know, this team can win and go to the finals as an 8 seed because they have Eric Spoelstra.
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Is he the best coaching advantage in basketball?
Yeah, he definitely is.
Yeah, and heat culture is a real thing, and this is a Charlotte team that doesn't have really much of a culture. They're this is their first year being like something special is brewing here, and the Heat are this team that nobody really thinks about and cares about, and that's a team that's been here and done that, and ultimately they've got Spoelstra, and Bam's been to multiple finals now. Tyler Hero has been to the finals now. Can Norman Powell, though, be your best player on a playoff team is the question.
Hey, but yeah, it's gonna be a good game. It all depends.
Every single offseason, I'm like obsessed with the Miami Heat, and it seems like, oh, we're gonna get Dame Lillard. Oh, we're gonna get Giannis. Nope, we're not gonna get those guys. Oh, we're gonna try to get KD now. Is this team? Do they have enough to go big whale hunting in the offseason? Can they make a play to actually go get Giannis?
This season, I'm leaning towards no, because knowing our front office, we think we're good with Bam, and Hero as a true scorer, I know he's been in a lot of trade talks in the past couple of years, but I mean, maybe send him in the package to get some like big name like Giannis or something like that. That'd be excellent.
The whole thing was they could have gotten KD, they could have gotten Dame Lillard, they just didn't want to give up Bam Adebayo, and.
Yeah,
I know. I watched Bam score 83, and I'm like, yeah, it makes sense why they didn't give him up. And then I watched him score 12, and I'm like, why did they not give him up?
Yeah, I mean, that's a part of the thing too. But I would rather have Bam than however old was it, 36, 37-year-old KD and Dame, who's always hurt, especially KD too. I think he is.
Yeah, big hurt right now, especially. Spence, thank you for calling into the show, bro. If you want to fill out your own NBA bracket for our bracket challenge, winner gets $100. It's free to enter. There's a link in my bio, dog. I'm also going live every single night after postseason games if you want to call in and talk some more ball. But thank you for calling the show. God bless you, man. We're going to keep it rolling.
All right. Thank you.
All right, peace. Hailstorm Sports says, I'm a Hornets media member. I got some comments after that call. Absolutely love that Hailstorm. Welcome to TBWZ. New York Nick with the follow. 128, you are the absolute man. In the finals, I got Thunder over Celtics in 6. New York Nick, I don't know if you just heard that, but you got to fill out your TBWZ group bracket, and the winner gets $100. So we're doing a competition here. If you think someone is going to have a good take, send this live to them and share it with your buddy who you think is going to call in and have a good take, because I'm taking callers all day. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. Sorry for missing your call so much. Thank you for being persistent. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, it's CJ.
There he is. It's my guy, CJ. My dude, you are an absolute legend, CJ. How are you doing today?
Good. Hold on. Josh Huey or something like that. He's not doing great this season.
Who are you talking about?
The Tennessee coach.
The Memphis coach?
Yeah.
The guy
not doing well.
Yeah, no, not doing well at all. I don't even need any elaboration on that, CJ. I'm just absolutely with you. We're talking a lot of NBA basketball. Do you have a pick for the NBA Finals, CJ?
The Spurs.
You think the Spurs? Is it just Victor Wembanyama's that good?
He's doing well, but not as well as freaking MJ was back in the day.
You think Michael Jordan's better than Victor Wembanyama?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is Michael Jordan your favorite basketball player?
Yeah, he did well against the Miami Heat back in the day.
Yeah, dude. It seems like you know a lot of NBA history. Are you like a historian type?
Hold on, I'm currently just melting people.
Yeah, what are you doing in the background, CJ?
COD.
Oh, you're playing Call of Duty. What level are you in COD? Have you prestiged yet?
Never in my life.
You've never prestiged once in your life?
Nope.
Are you more of a Fortnite guy or COD?
I grew up with COD more.
CJ, did you do anything interesting this weekend?
Well, last week I got into the tennis team for SHS over here.
You got into Tennessee for SHS?
Yeah.
What is that? Is that University of Tennessee? And then what's SHS?
Springdale High School.
Okay. Oh, nice. You got into high school.
Well, I've been to high school for about 2 years, almost 2 years now.
Is that a better high school or something?
I think our team is the Bulldogs, but I don't really know. We dominated last year in all sports, but I haven't heard anything about tennis last year or this year.
Are you going to be playing tennis over there?
Yeah.
How did your tryout go? Did you make the team?
Yeah.
CJ, congratulations. I'm going to give you a little celebration, okay?
Like, the only thing I can hear right now is the call.
Yeah. Sorry about that, but I just played oh, woohoo! CJ, I was at a wedding this weekend. You strike me as a guy that likes to get down on the dance floor. Am I right or am I wrong?
Well, I don't really have any moves, so it's not really my thing.
Okay. Do you like to watch the dance floor, though? Observe?
The last dance I went to, someone did the worm.
That's really cool, bro. That is so awesome. We should all learn the worm together. Well, CJ, we're going to keep things moving. I hope you win your game and play well and fill out your bracket for a chance to win $100, okay?
Yeah. Oh, this allergy season is kicking me right now.
You and me both, dog. You and me both. Cohen, it's a little bit more than that. It's a little bit deeper than that. Brother, CJ, I love you so much, dog. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, bye.
Bye.
That's CJ. CJ's the absolute man. We absolutely love him. Cohen, it's much, 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 much deeper than that. It's permanent. Cindy Sports with the follow. Thank you so much. Guys, TBWZ Clips just posted in here. He's got a great clip right now that's absolutely crushing. I'm going to make him a mod. Add moderator. Confirm. Congrats, TBWZ, you just got modded. But give him a follow as well in addition to me, so you guys can follow up on all of the clips and stuff for us, for our show going forward. Yeah. What am I doing? I'm hanging out. I'm talking ball. So this is TBWZ widescreen radio. This is called Take Back with Zach. Every single night after the NBA postseason, I'm going to be going live, talking ball and taking calls. I have a phone number for people to call in. It's 213-352-5216. What we do here is we talk ball, we hang out, we chill. I get to know you. You call into the show. I do a little bit of an interview. Think of it if like Kill Tony, instead of doing like a 1-minute comedy bit, you give me like 2 minutes of a take, and then if it's interesting, we do some like interviewing after, and we just talk ball and hang out. But ultimately, the goal for this whole show is to be an entire studio show, like a Pat McAfee-esque type thing, and one day we grow into that. Maybe, or maybe not, or maybe I just give up. Camo said Warriors. I don't know where all the Warriors fans are coming from. Is it just you think that Steph Curry's just good enough to like lead the team out of the play-in, and like, is that what it is? Because I haven't seen anything from the Warriors team at all to be like, yeah, this team is a good team. I look at the Warriors, I'm like, that team absolutely stinks. Sorry, Sugo. I'm very, very sorry. Goku fan, thank you for the call. You were absolutely unbelievable, brother. I think we go down a little bit of a different path today than we have been. I talked a little bit about the Masters at the beginning of the show. One thing I haven't talked about yet is the other play-in games that I do have, which is the Clippers, Warriors, and then the Sixers and Orlando games. I'm going to have my takes on those two games after this call. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. I recognize the number, but not the name. Dog, let the people know your name and where you're calling from.
Yo, my name is Evan. I'm Hailstorm Sports in the chat, and I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Evan from South Carolina. It's what was the TikTok again so the people can follow you?
Hailstorm Sports.
Hailstorm Sports, guys. Charlotte area Hornets media member. If you guys want to follow along with Hail Sports, please do that. He's active in the chat. Evan, thank you for calling into the show, dog. What do you want to talk about today?
Yeah, the Hornets this year have been such an interesting team, and I really appreciate that you picked them. But as somebody who cares about the team, loves the team, but also I'm the credential with the team. I do have to say I do have some concerns for the play-in coming up.
Is it more defensive? Is it a matchup thing, or is it their offense, coaching?
Coaching's great. I really like Charles Lee. I think that he's going to be snubbed for Coach of the Year this year. I think it's just the Hornets haven't been really hot this year, and they're just kind of cooling off at a bad time. If you look at the shooting splits, Conkinipple, Brandon Miller, they're not hitting from behind the arc like they have all year. And they don't deal with physicality that well, and it changes going into the playoffs. The whistles get swallowed, and teams want to do a little bit more. And they played the Pistons 2 games ago, and they only scored 10 points in the fourth quarter.
I think it was 9, dude. It was an abysmal fourth quarter.
It was terrible. And I think they went into the quarter with 93 points, and it was 103 points or something like that, or 90 and 100. It was bad. It was not good. I mean, I was there. They were in the game. Same thing with Boston. They were in their last Boston game until the fourth quarter, and it's just kind of they run out of gas, and the shooting kind of dies. And LaMelo has been incredible. I'm somebody I love LaMelo, but I had a lot of concerns in his injuries and his ability to rise to the occasion.
Yeah,
he has made it. I have no doubts in him anymore. It's just the rest of the team around him, and it's because they're young. Brandon Miller's young, Conkiniple's young. They're gonna get better, but this year is not the year. Plus, I want to make one comment about your bracket.
Sure.
Your bracket is inadvertently so perfect for the Hornets because the Hornets have the least favorable of the Suns. It's Suns Magic swap. So you have both of them in the lottery. So there's a world where the Hornets end up getting a second lottery pick.
Dude, I'm just full on Hornets bracket over here. I absolutely love it, dude. One thought that I have, let's say the Hornets do make it out and they get that 8 seed and they play against the Pistons. They're not going to get swept by Detroit. In my opinion, Charlotte is going to be on fire for that game. I think the stadium might actually burn down. Are we looking at a 6-game series against Detroit? What's the possibility of Charlotte pulling off an upset?
So there is I'm saying the end of the season we got cold. There's a world Conkinipple. I don't know if you remember last year in the ACC tournament, Cooper Flag gets hurt. They go to postseason basketball. What does Con do? He drops 30-something in an ACC tournament game. He goes ballistic. He is a riser. He rises to the occasion. There's a world where there is an upset. I'm not saying they're not going to be competitive. I don't think they will. I think I was just in Boston 2 weeks ago before the playoffs were more set. I was watching Hornets gear, and all the Boston were please don't have a matchup with you guys. Please, teams don't want to see the Hornets. That's kind of exciting as a guy. I've been a Hornets fan my whole life, so we've been bad my whole life, and now you see that the fires kind of getting lit around the team, and I've been going to games. It's a little bit of a drive for me, but I do the credential media stuff. If you are an NBA fan and you are anywhere near Charlotte, you need to go to a game because it's the most exciting atmosphere in all of sports.
And Charlotte's a great town, dude. They have a great comedy. They have a great comedy club there called Comedy Zone. You were up in Boston and just mingling with the Celtics fans. I used to live in Boston. What were you doing up there?
My stepdad he joined the Navy as a nurse, became an officer. So that's in Rhode Island. So we were up there. And never been to Boston. We're let's go to Boston. We went up there. It was cool. It was a good time. There was Celtics played the Hawks that night.
Okay.
So all the fans were out and about in the city, and I was just out and about. And, I was wearing I have a Hornets puffer jacket because it was cold out, and people were liking it. Plus Charles Lee, he was the lead assistant there when they won the championship a couple years ago, and there's a lot of love there between between Celtics fans and him. So
yeah, I love it. You said you're a credentialed member of the media. A lot of people dream of doing something like that for their favorite team. Can you just tell me one part that was a lot harder than you expected, or something about the job or the work or the lifestyle that is not as great or glamorous as most people think it is?
So this is my first year. A year ago, I was just a guy who liked basketball.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work, a lot of unpaid work at that too. I was in nursing school a little over a year ago.
Wow.
And I hated it. It was the worst. and I was just writing for fun, like writing about basketball and just talking about hoops, and I did some like small YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like a super fan of the Hornets. I used to dress up going to games, and I kind of popped off on Twitter. It's a lot of, like, honestly, getting into sports is a lot of hard work and getting lucky. And like, you know, the saying, like, luck is just when hard work meets opportunity. But it is like getting lucky. And I just happened, like, I ended up meeting the Hornets owners, and that went viral on Twitter. And I became kind of well known in like, that Twitter sphere, and got hired. I just applied to some small writing jobs, and I got a job there. And then a guy who runs a pretty popular Hornets page offered me a job to help him write because he needs some help, and he also hosts a big YouTube show called Locked on Hornets, and I'm producing the show now, and it's just working hard.
Locked on Hornets? You said you're working the Locked On Network?
Yeah.
I know a couple of guys over there. That's a great group.
It's the best.
They're so awesome. Evan, thank you so much for just like jumping in and giving us some advice and giving us some love, man, and being a part of this show. Like I said, we're going to be doing live post-game reactions, so I know it might be late for you, but if you ever want to call in, call back.
Dude,
I'll be live.
I'm driving home from the Hornets game tomorrow night. I can call in the car.
There we go. I absolutely love it. I'll save your number so I have it. One more time on the way out, let the people know your social handles so all the Hornets fans in here can follow you and get some good Hornets news.
It's Hailstorm Sports. I'll write a comment in the live. You'll see it.
Awesome. Dog, Hailstorm Sports. You, my guy Evan. We'll talk to you soon, bro. Thank you.
See you, bud. Bye.
Peace. What a G. What a gangster. I'm going to create a new contact. Hailstorm. Lakers or Rockets, and why? Lenny. This is my NBA bracket. I've got my bracket already filled out. I don't know how well you can see it on TikTok. Let me see how it should. You guys should have a decent view of this. I know I'm kind of like still in the corner. I know it's going to be very, very small. But this is my there it is. There's Hailstorm. There's Hailstorm. Everybody hit that follow button on Hailstorm. Lenny, I have personally my Lakers beating the Rockets because I'm a homer, and who would I be if I did not take them in the first round? This is my bracket. I have the Cavs winning it all. If you want to fill out your own bracket, there's a link in my bio to my group. If you win the group, the winner gets $100 free of charge. You heard it here first. The winner gets $100. So click the link in my TikTok bio and head on over to ESPN Bracket Challenge and fill yours out to enter into our contest. The Angels are down 4-0 to the Yankees. This is Kikuchi's worst start of the season by far. He's kind of been getting shelled. Do we stop rooting for the Angels, though? Absolutely not, brother. We are a fan for life. What makes you think the Blazers beat the Suns? I think the Blazers are like they're a better basketball team than the Suns. I think they are. The Suns in their last 17 games, let's just do this together. Everyone keeps asking me about why I have the Blazers beating the Suns. Like, I thought the Suns were good. Let's just look at the Suns win-loss together. Let's just see it. Because everyone's telling me how good this Suns team is. Everyone's telling me how good this Suns team is. Why don't we just look at this together? Can you guys see all these games if I zoom in here? If you guys can't see it, please let me know. Let's just check the times that they've beat a winning team. So these are non-taking teams. Let's see the last time they beat a non-taking team. Well, Oklahoma City on Sunday, I think they were playing G League guys in this game. Are we going to count this? I personally don't. I'm not counting this as a win, but whatever. Here's a winning team, L. Losing team, winning team, L. Losing team, W. Winning team, L. Winning team, L. Losing team, winning team, L. Here it is. Toronto's a winning team. The last time they beat a winning team, March 22nd. That was Toronto at home. Lost to the Bucks, lost to San Antonio, lost to Minnesota, lost to Boston, lost to Toronto. Beat a losing team. And here's the other one, March 8th. So since March 8th, that's 6 weeks. 6 weeks. This team has 2 wins against plus 500 teams. How can you say that you trust that team to win a play-in game? They've stunk straight up. Against good teams, the Suns are horrible. The Blazers have wins this year against Houston and San Antonio, Minnesota. They've beaten Denver. They were the first team to beat OKC. They have wins against Cleveland and Boston. They've beaten every single playoff team except for Detroit. The Blazers play the good teams well. The Suns play the good teams horribly. So I got a team on one end that plays really well against good teams and just kind of whatever, middle of the pack. And I have a team in Phoenix that plays really, really, really well against bad teams, the middle of the pack teams, but can't beat the good teams. You're telling me I'm an idiot for not taking the Suns? When I spell it out for you like that? We were hurt. I see Devin Booker's name on every single one of these score sheets. And if you got your best player, you're not hurt, dude. You're not hurt. Portland's been without Damian Lillard all year. They're winning games. We're not saying, oh yeah, but they're hurt. But they don't have Damian Lillard. I see Booker's name all over this stat sheet. I've seen Green get back. Dylan Brooks is back in here. We don't have Mark Williams. Okay, yeah, he's the huge difference maker. Huge difference maker. What's up, Colton? Retrospect, my guy. Poor man Supra. Mind you, they didn't have 3 starters and 6th man. Who? When? What game are you talking about? Dude, 1 follower away and we hit 50. Just 2 days ago, it was 20, so we've doubled it. Guys, TBWZ Clips is 1 follower away from hitting 50. So someone please hit that follow button for TBWZ Clips. No way you think they lose 2 play-in games in a row. Well, Isaac, I think they're going to lose to the Blazers, so that's the first game. And then they have to play the Clippers in the next game. The Clippers are a better team than the Suns. Kawhi Leonard's the best player on the floor. Thomas Dunn, there's the energy I needed. Fellas, Retrospect is going to call in the show in just a moment, and we're going to talk with him. But if you do not know, we are doing a bracket challenge. Winner gets $100. It's free to enter. Bruyod with the follow. Thank you, bro. There's a link in my bio on TikTok to an ESPN bracket challenge. Fill out your bracket. Winner gets $100 free from me to you directly. What NBA team do you support? Kobe Bean is on my shoulder, not because I like taking things from women. What? I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a Lakers fan through and through. I will die a Lakers fan. I'm born and raised in Southern California. This is my team. This is my squad. This is my life. This is my energy. I don't think the Celtics lose a game in the East. Sea salt. That's a bold take, dog. That is a bold take. You can put your money where your mouth is, though, brother. And you can fill out a bracket on TBWZ's bracket challenge. Additionally, if you do not follow, please hit the follow button because I will be going live every single night after postseason games. So if you are finishing up and you're watching ball and you want to talk some ball and you want to call into my show, just know every single night of the postseason, I'll be going live, talking ball and taking calls. The Angels are down 4-0 through 2 innings. I literally have the exact same thing. Oh, dog, you are the man. 6-7, brother. Suns winning the chip, one God. No, they're not. They're not even coming close. The Suns actually stink. The Suns are in a horrible position, too. The Suns don't have draft capital. They don't have picks. They're paying D-Book $1,100,000. The Suns are not in a good spot. They're in a better spot than the Warriors, though. Let me talk about this Clippers and Warriors game real fast, okay? Let me see if this makes you guys mad. And if you know someone who would be good at calling in the show, send them this live so they can jump in. And if you want to send your friends the link to join the bracket challenge, send everybody the link. It's free money. This Warriors team is absolutely fried. First and foremost, why have the Clippers beating the Warriors? Because the Warriors absolutely stink. Steph being back is huge. He can win 2 games and get this team to the playoffs because he's that good. He's still Steph Curry. He's still a walking bucket when he needs to be. But this team is old, slow. I don't feel like they have a true team chemistry, especially with Steph back in the lineup. Dog, to put in perspective, they're 4-10 in their last 14 games, and they're 1-7 in their last 8. With the one win in the last 8 being over the Kings, who were actively trying to tank in that game. Literally, the Kings were up points, and they were fouling, actively tanking in the game. It's the only game the Warriors have won in the past 8 games. That's like 3 weeks of basketball. They're limping into the playoffs. They're the only team below 500 in the play-in. Is the the Golden State Warriors. They're not good. I've watched them a lot this season because they're on prime time, and they're like, well, no, they suck. Steve Kerr's not a good coach. He's been checked out. Steve Kerr ruined this team. Steve Kerr did a horrible job in the last 4 years with the Warriors. It's crazy that I say that. Coming off the heels of the championship that they won in 22, they lost Jordan Poole. Wiseman turned out to be a horrible, horrible pick. They added in Jimmy Butler. They lost Wiggins. The only first-round pick on their team since 2019 is Brandon Pajemski and Moses Moody. They haven't developed talent. They don't have a backup plan for Steph Curry. They don't have a succession plan. As Kyrus Double D says, Clippers aren't beating the Warriors, homie. Kyrus, would you like to call into the show and say it straight to my face? Because I would absolutely love to hear you tell me why the team that's only won 1 game in the last 8 and only won 4 in the last 14, a team with a 30-plus-year-old Steph Curry coming off the worst injury of his life, and a coach in Steve Kerr that's completely checked out and is trading away players like Jonathan Kuminga because he can't get along with them. Please explain to me why you think that team is good enough to win and go to the playoffs against the Clippers, who are absolutely balling. Please, brother, enlighten me. What is up, Trey, my guy, brother from another mother, sports lover, ball knower? How are you doing today, dog?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. I'm just yelling. And this guy says, no, but I can say, see you tomorrow, LMAO. All this talk means nothing. It hasn't even started yet. So Kyrus is now just running away from the smoke. All right. We'll call back tomorrow, Kyrus. Sorry, Trey.
Nah, you're good.
I usually don't get like super mad, but I'm turning a new leaf. I'm just going to be super angry all the time.
I like that.
Trey, you're calling to the show. How are you doing today, bro? Are you excited for the NBA playoffs or what?
Yeah. You know, I typically, like, I'm not like the biggest NBA guy, but the playoffs are always fun. And I think this year I'm also going to watch the NHL playoffs for the first time. So, you know, cool things ahead.
The NHL playoffs are absolutely electric, dude. I'm going to be very, very stoked for them. It gets really hot a little bit into it, so just get through the first round and you'll have some fun with it. But
yeah,
ultimately,
I'm a Caps fan, so.
You're a Capitals fan?
Yeah.
That makes sense. OV, baby, OV. Yeah, there's some really, really good teams in hockey right now and some great teams in basketball. I think it's just going to be a fun, like, April, May, and June are going to be pretty solid leading all the way up to the World Cup.
Yeah. I can't wait for the World Cup. That's going to be so electric.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. Brother, there's so many things in sports to talk about. You are very, very good at kind of dictating where you want to go. So the floor is yours, dog. What did you want to talk about today?
I would like to give a hot take about who I think is going to make a pretty solid run in the playoffs, in the NBA playoffs.
Hit me.
So, listen, for context, for the people who are watching, I was also in the college bracket group challenge that Zach did, and I came top 5 in that. There was like 33 people, I think. Yeah. So, you know, I've got a little bit of ball knowledge.
All right.
And every year I get a feeling about a team. I'm telling you, I think the Hornets are going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Wow, that's hot.
Yep.
So you think they upset the Pistons?
Yes, and I think they're going to beat. I think I have them also beating the Cavaliers. So I have them upsetting the Pistons and then beating the Cavs.
Bro, that is crazy, Trey. Is it because they're hot right now? Like you just like LaMelo? You just think something weird is about to happen in the East? What up?
So there was a stat that I came across the other day, and I can't remember what it specifically was, but it was about dynamic offenses after the All-Star break. And this Hornets offense has been so insane, it's not even like funny after the All-Star break. And all the teams in which that they were grouped with in this statistical category, except for one, which was a 76ers team that only made it to the second round, there was 3 other teams. The other 3 all made the finals, and 2 of them won the finals. I feel like if this offense literally just keeps up at the same pace, they're headed for a collision course with the Eastern Conference Finals. To me, I think that the Pistons are fraudulent. I don't really trust that team. Their spacing isn't anywhere near enough to be as good as I want it to be. I think Cade is really the only super capable ball handler and playmaker that they have, and I don't know if I fully trust that because Cade is very inconsistent. His shot chucking stuff, his turnover problems, don't know if I trust that. So I think it's very possible for the Hornets to beat them. I think the Cavs are better than the Pistons are, but I still think that the Hornets' offense can just trump whatever the Cavs can throw out as their offense. I think that D-Mitch is great, but I don't know if I love Evan Mobley necessarily as like an offensive option. And what Khan is doing and what LaMelo is doing, and you've got Miles, like they have a really, really super solid offensive core. I think the Hornets have the firepower to do it. I think they do lose to the Celtics, but I think they've got the firepower to make a run.
Dog. I mean, I'm with you offensively. I think they absolutely have the offensive firepower, and they've been like sneaky decent defensively. Another huge factor is that, dog, they have nothing to lose. These teams have nothing to lose. The Pistons have all the pressure in the world in that first-round matchup.
Well, it's actually very reminiscent to me of the Jimmy Butler Heat team that made that finals run, because it was like they just have nothing to lose. Like no one thinks they're going to be good. No one thinks they're going to do anything, and they just make noise and they continue to do it, and it shocked people. And like I just the way in which Con Knippel's shooting, the way in which LaMelo is playing, this team is gelling. I really like underrated guys like Kalkbrenner. I think that they just have a really solid roster.
Dude, this sounds so crazy, but now that you've laid it out, it just sounds perfect. The Hornets are a team that you and I have never really even seen in the playoffs. I feel like it'd be the most Charlotte Hornets thing ever to like not be in the playoffs for 20 years and then go to an Eastern Conference final and then not go back to the playoffs for like another 20 years.
See, that's the thing. To me, the way that I say it is they almost feel like a team of destiny to me. Like the fact that they're here in an East that is, by all metrics, much weaker than the West. If there was ever a chance to kind of try to take the reins a little bit, I think now is that chance.
Dog, I'm absolutely with you, and I would love to see that in your bracket. In the link in my bio on TikTok, you can fill out the NBA bracket challenge.
Yep, I put it in. I already put it in there.
I absolutely love it.
I'm fully committed.
You're ready to take my money. You're going to try your best. Trey, absolutely love it, brother. Let the people know where they can find you on TikTok if they want to follow and see some of your content. As Pork Belly hits us with a follow on Twitch.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you for having me as always. I'm Retrospect on TikTok. I have a podcast called We Don't Know Ball. My podcast mates Justin and Jules, and we talk about basketball and football and mainly that. But we sometimes get into some other stuff. But yeah, if anybody wants to hear any more crazy takes, then that's the place to find us. And Charlotte Hornets, trust me.
Yeah,
lock in.
Charlotte Hornets, the reasoning, just trust him. Trey, you're the absolute man, bro. We'll talk to you again soon. Probably see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, peace. CD Smooth, also with the follow. Oh! Hey! CD Smooth with the follow on Twitch. Pork Belly with the follow on Twitch. Guys, if you have Twitch, please come on over and hit me with the follow button. That helps me out a lot. CD Smooth was asking my thoughts on the Brewers, and because he followed on Twitch, you absolutely get them right away, dog. I mean, Jacob Mizorowski, that's kind of my thoughts. He's been unbelievable. Yelich is going back on the IL, though. It seems like, from what I've read, it seems like Christian Yelich is not going to be healthy for too long. Bryce Terang has been awesome per usual. The Brewers are a really good team, dude. They're really good. I like their pitching. I like their offense. I think they're starting a little bit slow. They started off really hot. It's all about getting through the NL Central, dude. I think that the Cardinals are playing improved baseball. I think the Cubs are going to get hotter and figure some things out. It's not the easiest division. It wasn't as easy as it was last year, I think, for Milwaukee to get through that. And they got the arms, they got the bats. They didn't change a whole lot. I liked them a lot at the beginning of the season. If Yelich can come back and still play good baseball, if Mizorowski continues to pitch well, hey, you got a great team up there in Milwaukee, and you got a great city. Milwaukee absolutely rocks. I was there this summer, and I absolutely loved it. So shout out to you, CD Smooth. As Randall Grichuk, Mike Trout robs a home run off Randall Grichuk. Let's go! Wow. The score is still 4-0. Mike Trout absolutely just robbed a home run. UC Kikuchi, stoked on it. Stoked on it. Infinite 59 has just joined. Contreras just won with Venezuela. He did. Wilson Contreras. Is he one of the best catchers in the league? Maybe. That Venezuela team was really, really good. That team was unbelievably good. Obviously. JB Sports in here saying, giving us a let's go Yanks. The Yankees fans, it's so funny. I'll make friends throughout the year, and then randomly something is just like, someone's like, oh, I'm a Yankees fan, and I find out, I'm like, oh, that's why there was this like weird kind of beef the whole time. Basketball Paul says, let's go Phillies. Dog, the Phillies have been struggling to start the season. The Phillies have not been very good, bro. I got it right here, actually. They've played Texas, bad. Washington, bad. Colorado, bad. San Francisco, bad. And Arizona, not very good. And they're currently 7-8. They have a losing record against those teams. They're bottom 3 in run production. They're 20th in team OPS. They're 20th in team ERA. And they're tied in 28th with the Rockies for opponents' batting average. The Phillies are not very good. But they have a roster that's good enough to win a bunch of baseball games. So will they improve? Yeah, probably. They're up 9-2 on the Cubs right now, and that game just started. So we'll wait for that comeback. How far you got the Lakers going? Cam, I got the Lakers. Here's my bracket right now. And, we already saw that. What am I doing? Oh, no! Stop. What's happening? 219. We're going to take you in just a second. Here's my bracket, bro. So in the West, I do have the Rockets losing to the Lakers. I think Luka comes back game 3. I think they'll split the first 2 at home. I think the third game will go to the Rockets. I think they're going to be up 2-1, and then I think Luka comes back, and I think they take care of business. They do force the Thunder to a 6th game, but ultimately do not have enough firepower to get through the Thunder. I think the Lakers' fun stops here. They need more players, dude. If Luka Doncic scores 50 points a game, though, they will get through the Thunder. Sorry. If Luka's scoring 50 a game, he's unstoppable. Who you got going the whole way, though? Like, who you got winning it all? Weston Candelaria. Hit me with the follow, dog. Hit me with the follow, and I will reveal. T-Wolves in 5? James! T-Wolves. Fellas, I got a bunch of new faces in here, so I'm going to just explain this one more time. We are doing a bracket challenge on ESPN. The link is in my bio. So what you will do is you'll click the link, and you will fill out your own bracket. You get to fill out your own bracket. You pick your winner. The tiebreaker is how many points will the finals MVP score. You fill your whole thing out, set it, and forget it. At the end of the finals, we will have one champion, one winner above the rest, and I will Venmo them $100. You get $100 free if you win the bracket. So, link is in my bio, and we do have a Discord. Yes, we do have a Discord. Absolutely. If you go over to Twitch, is where you can find a link to the Discord. Yes, Basketball Paul, call on in. Pistons winning it all. Weston Candelaria. You didn't follow. I said follow, and you didn't. You didn't listen. Bad boy, but good boy. There it is. Thank you, Weston. What is up, bro? You were live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Paul from Indiana.
Paul from Indiana, my guy. How are you doing, Basketball Paul?
Good.
Did you do anything fun this weekend?
In my Phillies, we will heal.
I know, it's so early in the season, but I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to get another opportunity to crap all over the Phillies, so I'm going to take it right now. But, Paul, it was a nice weekend in Indiana. Did you do anything?
Yeah, me and my dad went golfing, and I went to my friend's house and played some backyard baseball yesterday.
How did you golf?
Ooh, no, not good.
Ooh. Did you watch the Masters, though?
Yeah.
Rory hit it pretty well. I thought Scheffler was going to pull it out, though.
Yeah, I wanted DeChambeau to win, so that was sad seeing him go out that early.
Cam said he's got Hell Week for football already? Hell Week this week for football? Cam, I will be praying for you, but that's crazy. Yeah, I thought Scheffler was going to do it. You know, the Masters is an awesome golf tournament. It inspires all of us to get out and go and play golf. But, Paul, the Masters are over. You're Basketball Paul. Tell us. Give us some hot takes. What's happening in the NBA in the playoffs?
All right. I got my thing. Let me look at my bracket real quick.
Did you fill one out for our TBWZ bracket challenge?
I have not submitted it yet, but I just made mine. Okay.
Nice.
I got OKC. My round one, I got OKC, got the Lakers, got the Nuggets, Spurs, Pistons, Cavs, Knicks, Celtics.
Okay.
I don't think we'll see any upsets first round. I don't think this will be a very high upset year.
And your reasoning is you just think the talent is kind of concentrated up at the top teams of the league?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I got Thunder over Lakers.
Yep.
I got Spurs over Nuggets.
Same.
Pistons over Cavs. I know you have Cavs winning it all.
I do. You think the Pistons are a great basketball team, though? I would not be surprised.
Yeah. And then I got the Knicks over the Celtics.
And then you have the Knicks beating the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just is it just New York's time to get it done, or is it the Celtics they don't have the depth? Like, what's your reasoning there?
Well, overall, the Knicks have had a better season, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And the Celtics, yes, they did really good without Jason Tatum all year. But now that Jason Tatum's back, I think they'll try to feed him the ball more. And I don't think he will end up performing very well. I know he performed decent coming back from his injury, but I don't think he'll end up performing very well. Therefore, I think Knicks will win.
I feel it. You're just rooting on the Jason Tatum demise. Absolutely love it. Mm-hmm. And CD Smooth was like, tell me about the Crispy guy. I was in a Crispy Concord's video. If you guys want to check that out, it's Crispy Concord's YouTube. He said gifting subs to small streamers. It's a very, very fun one. But keep going, bro. So we're at the conference finals now.
Yep. So I got Spurs over Thunder.
Spurs going to the finals.
Yep. And then Pistons over Knicks.
You got Spurs, Pistons as our finals. That sounds like a great matchup.
Yeah.
You're taking the Pistons, aren't you?
No.
Wemby does it this year, Paul?
Yeah.
Does he just cement himself as the best player in the world after this year?
Yeah. I mean, I got him for my tiebreaker. I got Wemby scoring 27 as finals MVP.
You're going to want to change that because it's how many points will they score in the 2026 playoffs. So the entire playoffs.
Oh, yeah, it's the whole playoffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I would
change that then.
I would change that. Yeah, you want to be in that like 500, in between like 500 and 700 somewhere in there.
Yeah.
How good he plays. But, bro, Paul, I absolutely love that. You seem like it's a pretty chalk bracket, but you think that the best teams are at the top. So why not lean that way?
Yeah, I don't think. Okay, so the thing with the Spurs and the Thunder, I don't think, because once again, Shea has been scoring 25 plus points every game this year.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I just think most of those points, not most of them, but a lot of them come from free throws. And the Spurs play good defense, but they don't play a ton of fouling defense like other teams. Therefore, I don't think Shea will get as much free throws as he would like, and I don't think they'd be able to perform as good with that Spurs defense. I do have that going a 6-game series, though.
Can I give you another stat? The Spurs are 4-1 this year against the Thunder.
Yeah.
There you go. The Spurs have absolutely dominated the Thunder this year. I hear you on the free throw stuff. I'm just excited to see if Wemby can survive a 7-game series because the Thunder have proven that they can. They've been pretty banged up this year throughout the entire season. They played an extra 23 games last year. The Spurs are a lot more fresh. I'm with you, brother. You and I got the same thing on the West Side.
Yeah. I mean, Wemby has been doing great this year.
Yeah.
He's been in the league for a couple years now, and he's been doing great this year. I think this is the year he's like, I want this finals, and he's going to go out there and do it.
He wants it. He's going to go out and do it and get it done. Paul, you're the absolute man. Thank you for calling to the show. We'll talk to you soon, dog.
All right, see ya.
Peace. That's basketball Paul right there. Paul from Indiana. Trev is in here. June, the creator's in here. Eugene is in here. Nathan just got in. He got knowledge, bro. Paul, dude, judge a book by its cover, why don't you? People are like, oh, dude, he seems like a kid. Dude, that bro knows ball, dog. Shout out to B-Ball Paul. You're the absolute man. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Oh, my name is Amir, and I'm calling from Michigan.
Amir from Michigan. Can I ask you, are you in trouble right now? Why are you whispering?
I'm not whispering. My voice is just like deep like that.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Do you have the deepest voice at school?
Probably.
That's cool. What grade are you in?
I'm in high school. I'm in grade 11.
Oh, so you're a junior?
Yeah.
Do you play any sports, Amir?
I play football.
Nice. I played quarterback and wide receiver. What position do you play?
I play linebacker.
Okay, so are you a speedy linebacker, or are you more like stocky and big and you hit hard?
I hit hard, so I'm like big. I'm not like that fast.
Do you play in the middle?
Yeah.
Are you going to be playing varsity next year?
Probably, I hope.
Let's go, Amir. Absolutely love it. Dog, thank you for filling us in on your life and your dreams and your goals. You're calling into the show. What do you want to talk about today, Amir?
So I don't know how to go on the link to fill out my bracket, but all I'm saying is I have the Pistons winning, and I have Cade Cunningham scoring 653 in the whole playoffs.
Dude, nice.
We were 2-26 a couple years ago, and we turned out to beat the Pacers, who went to the finals last year, which turned out to be a bunch of teams that were really good these past few years. And Cade Cunningham went from scoring nothing to 40 points, 20 points a game. You know what I mean?
Dude, I know exactly what you mean. He went from zero to hero, as we say in the industry.
Exactly. And we have a bunch of big guys. We have Jalen Duren, Isaiah Stewart. Those guys, they're just going to rebound everything until the other team has to foul them, honestly. And
they're going to rebound everything.
Yeah. SGA is overrated. All he does is free throws. And I feel like he just dives most of the time. But Cade Cunningham actually plays real basketball and doesn't draw a bunch of fouls. He actually plays it good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he plays like a man, is what you're trying to say. Instead of SGA, he plays like a little girl.
Yeah.
He's kind of girly, huh?
Yeah.
I think he cares more about fashion than basketball.
Yeah, he cares more about fashion for sure.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even think the OKC low-key wants to win it. Because last year when they won it, they weren't happy at all. But if the Pistons team that went 2-26 2 years ago wins a championship, they would freak out.
Bro, that city of Detroit would absolutely burn down like some spicy paprika. Amir, if Cade Cunningham and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander got in a fist fight like outside of a local pub, who do you think's winning that fight?
Oh, 100% Cade.
Now, what if I gave you Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren against Chet, J-Dub, and SGA, 3v2? Who wins?
Oh, no, the Pistons are winning that, obviously.
What? Are you saying that this is a team of a bunch of fighters?
Yeah. Isaiah Stewart, did you watch the Pistons game yesterday? Isaiah Stewart was holding back that punch.
Like he wanted to punch him really hard in the face, huh?
Yeah, because he didn't want to get ejected before the playoffs.
Huh. Have you ever gotten in a fight before?
Yeah, I got in a fight.
Yeah. Were you on the aggressive side, or were you like defending yourself?
I was on the aggressive side, honestly.
You were. Was it in a football game or just what was up?
In general, he was just acting weird and pushed me, and I just beat his ass.
Was this at school? Did you get in trouble, or was it like summertime? Were you like at the market?
But he was a kid in my school. He was in 5th grade.
Okay, but you didn't get in too big of trouble, right?
No.
No. Do you still see that kid around? Is he afraid of you, or are you guys cool?
Yeah, he's he just gives me dirty looks. But if we fight again, I'm still gonna beat him up. Honestly.
Dude, because you're an absolute beast, Amir.
Literally.
How tall are you?
55. I'm 6 foot.
Oh, so you're an absolute animal, dude. If you're playing middle linebacker and you're 6 foot, I got you at what, 210, 215? You probably beat that guy's butt.
I know.
What are you benching right now, Amir?
Low key, 175.
Okay, let's get those numbers up this offseason, all right?
Yep.
Let's put up a 205, okay?
All right.
You got that in you. You're an absolute beast. You're an absolute man. Amir, thank you for following the show. Like I said, fill out that bracket. I think you already did, and make sure you submit it to the TBWZ group challenge. Winner gets $100. Okay, Amir?
All right.
Dog, thank you for following. Call back whenever you want, all right, dog?
All right. Thanks.
All right, peace. My guy Amir, unbelievable call. That is the kind of energy I want you guys to bring, and paprika on the Amir call. Madison, what up? We got a lady in here. I need a lady to call into the show. Stat. I need to talk to a woman as fast as possible. I need advice. Thank you for the follow, Prime Warriors. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. Which name and where are you calling from?
Yo, what's up? It's Robert from Pennsylvania.
Robert from PA, are you on the Philly side or are you more Pittsburgh?
I'm on the Philly side.
Dog. I don't know why I did this earlier in the show. I was just doing my MLB quick minute. The Phillies have had a rough start to the season, bro.
Sadly.
You got that. You have Joel Embiid having appendicitis, and then you've got Jalen Hurts and all the drama with the Eagles. Philadelphia is in a weird spot right now.
There's been a lot. At least the Flyers are doing well,
At least the Flyers are doing well, and we care about hockey around this time of year. Dog, Robert from Pennsylvania, you're calling into the show. What do you want to talk about today, bro?
I wanted to talk about and see other people's thoughts on the Sixers for this offseason, for this playoff.
I wrote it down. I think VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey have enough firepower between the two of them. Throw in a Paul George, add that to the mix. I think there's enough firepower there to get out of the play-in and have like a competitive first round. But ultimately, this team it needs Joel Embiid to be healthy and to be really good for them to make a run.
Agreed. Playing the Celtics is also like setting us up for failure. Them being a 2 seed is kind of. I mean, they didn't play without Tatum, but.
It's a tough spot, but also you're not supposed to be in the play-in. The fact that you guys are even in the play-in right now is the disappointing part for me.
Because I think if we were in the Raptors position playing Cleveland, we could make that series pretty interesting.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just got a sub. Oreo the cat with the sub? Bro. Unbelievable, Oreo. Thank you so much, bro. You are the absolute man. We're on the phone right now with Robert from PA talking a little bit about the Sixers. You kind of brought it up, Robert. The Embiid appendicitis thing is so sad. It's so unlucky. Him and Mike Trout are the two unluckiest guys in sports. They're both cursed. What do you do in the offseason, though? Do you build around Embiid again? Or is Maxey the guy that you build around now?
Love for Daryl Morey to get his head out of the gutters and start trying to look for other people to build around. But, he's going to sit there on top of all his money.
Yeah.
This offseason, what would be great is if Daryl Morey goes, Nick Nurse goes, and we get Sam Castle at head coach, and I don't know who at GM, but that would be great.
Is there any world, and Oreo the cat is a sub and he's a mod on Twitch. He was wondering, he's from PA as well. What county are you in?
On town.
Nice. I think he knows what that is. Is there any world or possibility that maybe they do make a move at trading Joel Embiid? Is that even a possibility in Philly?
I mean, I think honestly anything's up for grabs right now. Philly.
Yeah.
We're in a tough situation. I would love to see them in the draft maybe try to trade up, try to go for a guy like Yaxel. He had a great college, and he could be a big. He's 6'9", but he plays big and he's versatile. Yeah. He's like a Paul George. He's versatile.
And like a Bam Adebayo with a bit of a better jump shot.
Totally. Yeah. And then maybe later rounds I forget the dude's name, but he's the big center on Florida. He's 6'11", and he's just a beast.
Not Tanner Houck, right?
No.
The other kid. The big 7'4" guy too for Michigan, Adi or whatever. Adi Maya. He would be awesome to have. Yeah, man, I think Philly has an awesome core. Joel Embiid, VJ Edgecombe, Tyrese Maxey. It's probably the best big three in basketball when fully healthy, but until we see them fully healthy, I can't really stake a claim to it, if you know what I mean, Robert. But, brother, we're going to keep things moving. Thank you for calling into the show. Please fill out a bracket by the link in my bio and join our bracket challenge.
Of course, dude. Take care. Have a good night.
You too. Peace. Can you let me up? Prime Warriors, we don't do I don't let people up. What you do is you call into the show and I take your call like this person right here. Yo, Zolf with the follow. Thank you, brother. That means a lot. That's 38 followers on this show right now. If I can get up to 42, that'd be crazy. Because today, and Bryson with the follow as well. It's 39. I literally was praying today. I was reading my Bible and I was writing in my journal, and the number 42 was popping up. And I don't know if it was 42 viewers or 42 whatever's it was, but maybe it's 42 followers on TikTok from this session because I'm a few away from 2,000, so any follow is super helpful. Dylan said, bro, just typing Suns beating the Trailblazers. Dylan, do you want to call in and talk ball? Do you want to call in and talk ball? Because I don't have the Suns beating the Trailblazers. You do. You have a Suns team that's they've won 2 games against winning teams in the past 17 games. If you know anything about ball, that's about a month of games. They've won twice against teams with a winning record. And one of those was last night against the Thunder, who played 6 guys from the G League. That's pretty bad basketball. The last time this team won a road game against a playoff team, guess. Just, Dylan, just guess for me. When the last time that you think the Suns won a road game against a current playoff team? Just guess. January 17th. It's been 3 months. The Blazers are a legit good basketball team. As the Angels score another run, Joe Adell now scores the 3rd run of the game. It's going to be 3-4 Angels bases. There was a sack fly opportunity from Ohapi there. Thank you, Logan Ohapi. Runners are on 2nd and 1st. Down 1, 2 outs in the game. We're not talking about that, but I'm standing by what I said. All right. I'm with you. I like that, actually. When someone's like, yeah, I hear you, but no. That's my kind of sports commentary. I've always said at this show, we don't do sports smart, we do sports dumb, and we do sports fun. And so my whole thing is, if someone's like, nah, you're wrong, I'm just like, okay, you're right. And I think the Lakers will win the chip. Oh, okay, Bryson, now you are, thank you for following, thank you for joining. This is a proud Lakers show. That also took the Clippers. And Dylan with the follow. Guys, we're 2 followers away from hitting 42 followers. I literally prayed about that number. I prayed about the number 42. I have it in my journal, but my journal's downstairs. Answer, that was me. Dre Day with the follow. Dude, you guys are unbelievable. We're 1 follower away. How do we get there? What should I do? How do we do it? Do I just I think by liking the live, it gets blasted to more people. The Warriors will beat the Clippers, says Bryson. I picked the Spurs in my bracket, said Oreo. And that brings up a great point, guys. I did the math wrong. Dre Day, 22. Yeah, you were the 42. Wait, no. There it is. Ow! I don't even know what to do. Let's do this.
Rest in peace, my granny, she got hit by a bazooka. Yeah.
Hey! I love you so much. What's your name? Diamond? Ray? Shout out to Ray. It's an actual woman too, guys. Oh no. What's happening? Yeah, it's oh no. Never mind. I thought it was a woman, and it's just like, no, her the profile picture is just Britney Spears. Britney Spears has started following you on TikTok. What would I do? I'd be like this. What? Must be something wrong. Caden is here. What up, Caden? Nick just jumped in. Just put 50 to win, 117 for Trailblazers to win. There we go, Caden. Okay. The worst sports talker. Thank you, Mass Sammy. Do you want to call into the show and tell us how it's done? Matt Sammy, I think it'd be better if you called into the show and tell us how it's done. You're like, this guy's the worst sports caller. Here, let me call in and show you how it's done. If this is you, absolutely more power to you, but I'm taking a call right now. What is up, brother? You are live on TBWZ Widescreen Radio. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, I'm Jay. I'm from
James, and you said you're from where?
Virginia.
James from Virginia. Do you consider Virginia the South or is it the North?
South.
Still the South. That's crazy. You got some sneaky, decent food in Virginia, too. It's a great state. One of the first ones we have. Proud country over there of Americans. Brother, James, you're calling into the show. What did you want to talk about today?
I think the Nuggets are going to make it to the finals.
You think the Nuggets have what it takes to make it to the NBA Finals?
Yes, I do.
Do you think Nikola Jokic should be the MVP?
Yes.
So you're like Jokic MVP, Spurs, and then Nuggets to the finals. You think this is his year?
I don't think they'll win it.
Okay.
Here. I think the Celtics will beat them in 7.
You think the Celtics win in 7 against the Nuggets? Rotary Engine said you don't know ball. I'm going to tell him to be nice. You think the Celtics beat the Nuggets in 7 in the finals?
Yes.
I think that's not a bad take, dude. The Celtics are a great team. I think they match up well. I do think in that matchup specifically, I struggle with who's going to guard Joel Embiid. It's not going to be Neemias Queta or Vucevic. I think, or not Joel Embiid. Jokic. I think Jokic will absolutely feast against the Celtics, but I also don't know if the Celtics have an answer or if the Nuggets have an answer for Tatum and Brown.
I think the Celtics have the firepower to make it out of the East. It's so not hot. And a bunch of fraudulent teams. I just think the Celtics have the firepower to get out.
Wait. James. You said there's a bunch of fraudulent teams in the East. Name them. Let's go.
Pistons and the Cavs are the 2 main fraudulent teams here.
Yeah. The Pistons and the Cavs? Both of them?
Yes. The Cavs, every year I can't trust it with them to stay healthy throughout a whole playoff run. I just can't trust it. And then the Pistons are so young, and the playoff experience just last year, I don't think it will be enough to get past Boston.
I feel you. I understand your sentiment of like Boston is very good. I think both the teams that you said were frauds are still good teams.
Their bench is the best in the East. Hate me if y'all want, but
no, James, I agree with you. I think most people would agree that the Celtics do have the best bench. You're going to get a lot of New York Knicks fans that are like Landry Shamet and Jose Alvarado, but the Boston bench has played really, really well the entire season.
I agree.
I agree with you. Dude, you're an awesome dude. James, did you fill out your bracket for the TBWZ bracket challenge?
I did.
Absolutely love it. So you are now competing for $100. If anybody's in here and you're not here, we are doing a bracket challenge. There's a link in my bio to sign up and join it. James, you're the absolute man. God bless you. Thanks for calling to the show, dog. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for having me.
All right, peace. Kay said, "Oh, Cade's got that dog in him." Kay is all over Cade Cunningham. Kay's all over Cade Cunningham, and I am too. My only fear about the Pistons, he's the only ball handling scorer on that team. Don't get me started on no Dennis Jenkins. All the Pistons fans recently have been like, "Yo, but what about Dennis Jenkins?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what about Dennis Jenkins?" My guy, Oreo the Cat, live right now on the phone. How are you doing, brother?
Good.
That's it? Just good?
Yeah.
What could we do to make your day better, Oreo?
I don't know.
Like, what about like a nice sweet treat? What if I sent you a crumble cookie?
No.
What's the best cookie in the world? Is it chocolate chip?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oreo, you're calling into the show, brother. What did you want to talk about today?
I've been hearing, especially the last caller, saying the Nuggets coming out of the West.
Yeah, a lot of people think the Nuggets are going to beat the Spurs in that second round matchup.
I barely had the Nuggets coming out of the first round. I had a trouble between them and the Timberwolves.
Wow, really?
The Timberwolves, they literally have been saying this for like 4 years. The Timberwolves are the team that they literally built when Jokic had his dominance. They built the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves front office built the Timberwolves to beat the Nuggets. Like, they built them specifically to beat the Nuggets, and that's part of the reason why they wanted they wanted Julius Randle in the Cat trade, because they knew he was more physical, and they knew that you had to be more physical with Jokic to actually get anything.
That's a great point. Yeah, if they still had Cat in lieu of Julius Randle, the Angels just scored and tied it up. Eat it, JD Walker. No, I'm with you. I think that the Timberwolves do have enough to shut down the Nuggets. I worry about Anthony Edwards. He hasn't been healthy this season, and even when he has been healthy, he wasn't shooting the way like he was shooting the year previous. It's not the same team that swept the Lakers last year. I think it's a different team, but Bones Highland has been a great addition to that team. My one thing about the Timberwolves in the playoffs, Rudy Gobert is a $40 million man, $50 million man that comes off the floor in the last 4 minutes of every game. That's just craziness.
Well, I don't even know. I've never been a huge Rudy guy. I never understood the trade. I understand why they wanted a big to go alongside Cat at the time.
Sure.
But I don't know if Rudy was the best option, and for the amount that they paid.
Mm-hmm.
And now the amount that they're paying him, contract-wise.
Yeah. No, it's wild. I'm not the biggest fan of Minnesota. I assume you have the Spurs coming out of the West. Who do you have coming out of the East, Oreo? Celtics Spurs is going to be an awesome matchup. Those teams have played this year. They played each other pretty well. Dog, I think the Celtics are such a good basketball team and such a great organization. I would not be surprised if they make a run. Do you have any upsets at all in the bracket?
I mean, I think I took Toronto over Cleveland.
Toronto over Cleveland. Oh, so you're taking my dog out right away, Oreo. You're just sticking it to Zach.
He's just if James Harden doesn't lock in, and Donovan Mitchell doesn't that team's gone without this. If those two don't play well in the series, that team is gone. Even if one of them doesn't play well, that team is out because that team is so codependent on their two guard stars.
Dude, I'm with you. Mike Trout is up right now with the bases loaded, and they have a stat up on the screen. In his career with the bases loaded, Mike Trout is batting .392 with 6 grand slams.
Wow.
Pretty good basketball player. He just popped out on the warning track to Cody Bellinger, end of inning 4-4. Oreo, my brother, you are the absolute man. You filled out your bracket already. I saw you in there. You've been playing fantasy baseball with us. You took a tough L this week, but you're bouncing back strong. You're a mod in TikTok. You are one of our OG listeners. You are the man. Brother, I love you so much. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Yep. See you.
All right. Peace. Fly! Dude. Ladies and gentlemen of TikTok, I am no longer taking calls. The phone lines are officially closed. I have 15 minutes left in the show. What I usually do at this point is I just go live only on Twitch and YouTube, but I'm going to stay live with you guys to just talk a little bit of silliness. The first hour of the show is called the Power Hour. The last hour of the show, which is this moment, is called the Sour Hour because this is when I just yell and complain and cry about life. So if you're like, this guy's kind of funny, this might be your favorite part of the show. My sleeves look horrible. I don't know what to do with my arms. My arms are such a length that their sleeves are either too short for them, or when I get a suit or like a shirt or something, the sleeves basically, they try to make them too long. I have like a poor arm length. I'm like a middle child when it comes to arm length. XD1 thinks it's funny. I was at a wedding this weekend, and I was wearing a suit. And there was a moment in the wedding where we just kind of had hors d'oeuvres. It was in between hors d'oeuvres and in between entrees and food and stuff like that. I heard a rumble in my tummy that was like... I was like, oh, no. Let me just tell you real quick, guys. Dropping corn, dropping corn going number 2, saying adios. Saying adios at a wedding in a suit is horrible. I've never been more paranoid. You know what's rough? If you ever have to look in the mirror and if you ever have to do this in the mirror and look at your backside after going adios or dropping corn, that's not good. I was checking the backside of my pants and all of my jacket and my shirt for remnants. And it was horribly, and it was distracting, and I was discouraged, and there was, at a wedding, there's never enough bathrooms. And so someone was knocking on the bathroom door, come on, hey, what's up? And I'm like, I'm just checking my shirt for poop. Purcell is in the TikTok chat, said, what's my favorite NBA team? The Lakers, brother. The Lakers. Go Lake Show. It's been such a tough year for me. been a really, really hard year for me as a Lakers fan. Because to start the year, the year started with LeBron getting sciatica. If you guys remember that. If you guys want to go that far back, the year started with LeBron getting sciatica. I thought that was going to be the least of my worries. The year started, too, with Lakers fans saying that they understand where Nico Harrison was coming from. And we just got to 6K likes. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. XD1's absolutely crushing it. The year for the Lakers started with LeBron getting sciatica. Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves looked really good without him on the floor. A lot of Lakers fans said, I don't know if we want to even bring LeBron back into this team. The way that this squad is gelling right now around Luka, I think LeBron might throw the chemistry off. A lot of people are saying that. LeBron comes back in the lineup, and we were like this. Oh boy, never mind. LeBron elevated that team. He instantly became a third option on that team. He didn't come onto this team post sciatica and say, hey, this is my squad. Move over, Luka. Move over, AR. He said, hey, I'm the third best option on this team. I'm going to be the third best option on this team. I'm going to facilitate, and I'm going to play hard defense. And that's exactly what LeBron did all season. The Lakers season hit this point going into the All-Star break where we made a trade for Luke Kennard, and we added that piece. But ultimately, it was a team that's defense was so bad that there was no realistic shot at the finals. Diego Diaz, thank you for the follow. The season progresses, and Luka Doncic goes on a tear that I don't think we have ever seen in the NBA and might never, ever see again. Luka Doncic went on a tear through this entire league and turned the Lakers into legit title contenders before our very eyes. Purcell, love you. They battled and battled all season to the point where the point where Lakers fans, the city of Los Angeles, California in general, was like, oh, dang, bro. Wait, this team might be good enough to win it all. And then we're like, wait a second, this team is good enough to win it all. I had all of the hope in the world. I haven't hoped like this for a Lakers team since the bubble, where I said, oh my gosh, this team can actually do it if Luka is doing what he's doing right now through the playoffs. This team is the best team in basketball. And guess what happened? Yeah, they're making fun of me in the Twitch chat right now. He's averaging 40. In the last 18 or 19 games of the season, he was averaging 40. He was unbelievable. But those are the last 18 or 19 that matters, dude. Those are the last 18 or 19 that actually matter the most. I had all the hope in the world. I legit said before they went on their big road trip during the Grammys week, I said if they win 5 of the 6 games, I'm going to be thinking that they're a finals team. They could win it all. And brother, that's exactly what this team did. They won back-to-back in Houston, continued to ball out through the entire road trip, beat the Heat, beat the Magic, obviously beat the Pacers. And then it all fell apart. The craziest part, that was a Thursday. It was last Thursday, actually. Last Tuesday. I was just in a wedding, at Dr. Brett's wedding. I read scripture at Dr. Brett's wedding. And so before I read the scripture with Dr. Brett, I went over to his house to meet with him and his fiance, and I read through the scripture that I was going to be reading for them, and I read through a little bit of like Matthew 5, which is the Sermon on the Mount, and some of the Beatitudes in there. And my guy Griff, we're actually not taking calls. I'm done on calls the rest of the day, but I love you, brother, that 202 number. I was at Dr. Brett's house on Tuesday, and he was like, hey, do you want to hang out with the guys after this? And I said, hey, I got to go home because I need to lock in on this Lakers and Thunder game. I got to go lock in on the Lakers and Thunder. And so I rushed home after doing like a small Bible study with Dr. Brett and his fiance. I rush home, put on my PJs, snuggle up. I have a little outdoor TV patio set up. I turned it on. I got a Diet Coke. I'm sitting there. I kick my feet up. I say, here we go. Let's watch some basketball. And the Lakers were down 40 points at halftime. And I said, I changed my schedule to watch this basketball game, and this is the product that you're putting out for me? How disgraceful. How horrible. How disgraceful of you to me. Someone who's been watching this team every single game. I watched every single game of the Lakers this season. To have it crescendo into such a low light of a climax, down 40 at halftime, saying that if this is the game that they need to win. That was the game they needed to win for the rest of the world to be all in on what I saw with my own eyes. Peavy! Get out! And then Luka Doncic got hurt. He came up hobbling. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Not even 5 hours later, Shams in the middle of the night. Don't know what he was doing. This is going to sound so weird. I feel like Shams is terrible in bed. I think I probably shouldn't have said that. But it doesn't seem like he has a lot of like hip mobility. You know what I mean? Or care. He's always on his phone probably. She has needs. She's like, Shams. Do you think Shams' significant other calls him Shams? Also, do you think Woj's wife calls him Woj? Because absolutely. Do you think when Woj takes a huge dump at the house, she's like, Woj bomb? Ah, jeez. I should quit. Podcast equipment needs to be more expensive, dude. If people could just jump in and say that kind of crap. Shams tweeted in the middle of the night that Austin Reeves is now out for the season. So we lost Luka and we lost Austin Reeves pretty much. And then our team was just a 41-year-old LeBron James and Bronny, his son, playing basketball together. Brother, just don't take me on that ride, you know? Don't take me on that ride. The Lakers roller coaster season, I'm so glad it's over. Hop off the train. We got a playoff series ahead of us that I still have hope for this Lakers team, man. I'm delusional. I'm crazy. I think we can split. We got 2 home games against the Rockets that are not a very good team, have no chemistry at all. The Rockets actually hate each other. Jabari Smith Jr. got called the R word by Kevin Durant in a tweet from a burner, and that team was never the same. That team was never the same. That team's not the same. That team's not very good at basketball. They don't like each other. They have no chemistry. I don't think they care about one another. It doesn't seem like a team that's like excited to go on a run. It seems the Rockets feel like a team that's excited to go home. That feels like their goal. LeBron knows deep down if he just gets 1 or 2 games from the Rockets on his own, Luka can come back and carry the team the rest of the way. Bronny and Bron got MAGA chemistry. Yeah. Oh, MAGA. That'd be funny if LeBron went full MAGA. Because all of the like older white people that hate LeBron for no reason, they're just like, I hate LeBron. And I'm like, oh, why? And they're like, I just don't like him. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Okay, but why do you hate LeBron? He's not a good guy. Oh, what has he done? What mistake has he made in the last 23 seasons that he's been playing basketball? He's been in the limelight since he was 16 years old. He was the chosen one on ESPN magazine in Sports Illustrated. What are you talking about when you say he's not a good guy? What part? There's so many stories about him, about some of the things he's done. Oh, what stories? Come on, tell me. I would love to know all the stories about LeBron James being a bad guy. I just don't like him. I just don't like him. Oh, okay. Why? People who don't like LeBron have no reason. I don't know. I can't believe I'm doing this segment again. Oh, yeah, China. Well, he said something about China. Dude, do you want to know who said people in China buy sneakers too first? Was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan did all that as a horrific gambler. Alcoholic. Got kicked out of the league at one point. Insane, crazy person. Multiple wives. Doesn't love his kids. All of this stuff with Michael Jordan. We're like, I love Michael Jordan. But LeBron does nothing wrong his entire career, and we're like, I hate LeBron. The only thing that LeBron has done wrong, and Oreo the Cat is completely right. Braden, we're actually done with calls today. The show, I'll be live again on Wednesday, though, taking calls. Same time. The only thing LeBron has done wrong is take steroids his entire career. I don't know. I can't believe I'm back on that. LeBron knows deep down, though, all he has to do is win 1 or 2 games against Houston to give Luka a chance to come back to this team. Healthy, half healthy, whatever. If the Lakers get Luka Doncic back and they're down 2-1 or even 3-1, I still believe that they can beat the Rockets in this series. The next series against the Thunder, I'm going to have a really, really tough time thinking the Lakers can win that one. But all the people who are saying the Lakers are going to get swept by the Rockets, you're tripping, dude. LeBron is not getting swept by the Rockets. That Rockets team, dude, even if it wasn't LeBron, even if replace the Lakers with the Blazers or the Warriors, nobody is getting swept by the Rockets because the Rockets are not a sweep you team. That's not the game they play. That's not the brand of basketball that they are over there. KD has never been that guy. You just see them playing the Lakers like, sweep. It's not going to happen. Mark my words. Braden says OKC is making the ship. Yeah, probably. Luka Doncic. Guys, we're live on Twitch and YouTube Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 2 to 6 p.m. on Monday and Wednesday, from 1 to 5 p.m. on Fridays. Every single night starting tomorrow, I'm going to be going live after the NBA playoff games. So it's going to be around 9 p.m. Pacific time. Midnight Eastern is when I'm going to be going live again. I'm going to be doing about an hour and a half to 2 hours of talking ball and taking live calls with you, the people. Man, if you need someone after this game where you're like, I need to talk to someone about what I just saw and the group chat's not cutting it, follow TBWZ, Take Back with Zach on all social platforms. I'll be going live throughout the entire playoffs, talking ball, taking calls with you guys. Additionally, there's a link in my TikTok bio for an NBA playoff bracket challenge. For those on Twitch and YouTube, in my Discord, there's also a link to that, or if you just want to go to TikTok and click the link there, you can join my NBA bracket challenge. The winner gets $100. Last day to fill that out, I believe, is going to be Friday, or is the last day to fill out that bracket. So you got a few days to enter, a few days to sit on it and think about it. Your picks do not lock until the game starts. So that is my final spiel. Please follow the show on all platforms, including Instagram, including YouTube, including Twitch, and including TikTok. Please hit me with the follow everywhere that you get the show. Last chat on the way out is Robert Myers at the buzzer. Robert Myers, thank you, brother. You are the absolute man. It would be crazy if the Hornets end up winning the finals because they won the G League and Summer. They won the Summer League. They're going to win the G League. And Robert Myers says it'd be crazy if they end up winning the finals. It would be the first time ever, I think, I don't know, I'm just going to guess, that a team won the Summer League, the G League, and the NBA Finals. TikTok people, I love you guys so much. I'm going away, TikTok. I will see you again on Wednesday. Actually, I'll see you again tomorrow night. Wow. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Love you. Bye, TikTok. And now, to all the people on YouTube, thank you so much for watching the show. Like I said, I will be live again tomorrow night. I will see you then. Bye, YouTube people.